Right then,
Your
friends,
troll.
shall we?
Let's go.
Alrighty. Who wants to do last session's recap?
Ooh, me.
Go ahead.
Toward there.
No idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say how.
With that recap,
I
No.
mean, they could have watched it, admittedly.
they could have.
Yeah.
They did not.
I got to I got to about half an hour. So I know roughly that we're standing in a cave with two demons who were basically restricted there. They needed to stay there until their contract was finished, but their contract couldn't really be finished because the big master plan failed for basically destroying Rubo. So now they were just there. And I also know that they started playing chess with Decorm. And one of the things Cherry told me, hey, you want a recap of last week? I said, yeah, sure. He said, I played chess against a demon, and it was none of them won. Yeah, a draw. Thank you. I was looking for that word. So that's the stuff I do know. I don't know anything else.
Does anyone have anything to add to that?
We met. I think it was. I can't remember the cat's name, but we met a demon cat.
But we don't know that.
I mean, we don't know its name. As we just know that it has something invisible crawling around its skin.
You do know it's called Avan.
Avon. That's his name. Thank you. I, as you can see, don't have my notebook with me. I may or may not have lost that across this week. But we met Avon and his big old giant kitty that had been snoring that we were wanting to avoid originally. Found out that his employers were somewhere here, and those we believe to be the speaker of Tiamat, or he was at least some sort of broker for them, so to speak.
Well, we learned he's the
ahead.
most frightening thing about him is that he's their lawyer, basically. Which, being lawyers for a pair of demons, is quite frightening in my book.
Yeah.
Means he might not. They let on that he could kick her ass, but he might not be as strong physically. But when you're a lawyer, I mean, do you really need it?
He's ruthless.
Here's what matters: is if they touch him, they will never have any money ever again. I sued you out of your your layer of hell. This is my layer of hell now.
Mostly, I just have a feeling he deals in psychic damage.
Bill has a lot of money too.
But then we believe we met the employers downstairs where we found the switch that's supposed to turn off the sharks, which they are guarding that, and that's the thing that they're not allowed to leave is, you know, the speaker of Tiamat.
Was there a switch mentioned?
Well, it is the device. I keep using the word switch, but we don't actually know what it is. It's some sort of floating red crystal, I believe it was described as, in the center of the room, and we haven't gotten close enough to inspect it further. Mainly because if anyone tries to turn it off or touch it or anything or do anything with it, Speaker of Tiamat has been contracted to protect it until Rubo falls, which, you know, was that great big master plan.
Fairly accurate.
I mean, we don't know if it was or is. You got me there. The second crown prince of Lavasti, which reminds me, now that we're on the world map, I want to make sure of something. That's what I thought. Son of bitch.
Did you learn what is very, very bad?
Well, no, it's just one of those, like, I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, because one of the princes was with the giant 5,000 people army strong. I don't know if that was the second or not, and I just can't remember. I don't have my notebook with me, so I can't look it up. I'll have to go back and rewatch.
What is what you want to know? Because I can...
When we saw the 5,000 people crossing to the snoozing watch, there was Creope, a couple of his left and right hands, so to speak, and then there was one of the princes, I believe.
They went on an they went to the snoozing watch because the prince, because the crown prince was coming to inspect it.
That's what it was, and I just basically wanted to make sure was that because we knew we heard about that. Was it the second crown prince or the first crown prince?
There's only one crown prince.
Or did we?
That's how crown prince.
Okay. My apologies. He said the second crown prince last session. Because I did go back and rewatch it yesterday. I wanted to ask about that because that's a curious thing for her. Is like there are 2 crown princes. What's going on here? So that's something Asri is curious about.
So, you can ask in the thing. Yes, I think that I understand where this miscommunication kind of comes from, but it's fine.
Gotcha. Okay. But other than that, I don't really know anything else other than the curiosity of why the heck one of the princes of Lavasti, even if it isn't, because princes are like the royalty for those watching are dragons in these lands. So that would mean that a dragon wants to destroy part of its own land, so to speak, or what father's land / older brothers. But yeah, not quite sure.
Alrighty.
Yeah. We just not die.
Yeah, we were basically just figuring out what the heck we're gonna do. We're unsure.
Oh yes, I do remember one more thing.
Go ahead.
The reason why I've split apart from the group is because Mr. Demon Lawyer mentioned briefly that there was supposedly a possibility to bring Hephe back, and I just wanted to know more. Like, if this is gonna be if you trade a soul for a soul kind of shit, it's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go back down. But we'll find out.
Okay. So the 4 who are moving back up, as you are moving again through, I don't know about what I learned with sending.
I already put honey in this.
Wait, you want to use sending to tell her about it?
That is correct.
Okay.
Also, while we're doing bookkeeping, I guess to be wise, I will whisper to my raven. They will fly down and hang with Ezra and just be like, if Vivi poofs, trouble. Not apology yet.
Okay.
Punch the bird. Got it.
So as you're traveling, as you slope up, this time it is kind of a nice feeling in that it's the opposite. Before you were walking in like this ever-growing heat, as it were, and now it's kind of like cooling down as you're climbing up. But again, the similar as when you got in, it gets darker and darker until you can't see anything anymore, even with dark vision, as you are walking into magical darkness. And again, you find yourself in front of this small gate that you found yourself in the last time. That made you scaredy cats.
Do I see Galrok? Because I know he stormed up before us because he was like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Did Galrok wait for the rest?
How far did he go?
I would have waited. I wouldn't have completely dipped out because I had to keep my book within range, and I was probably 75 feet ahead of everybody else, 3 turns of movement.
Okay, so then I imagine you just waited for everyone to catch up, and then as with the 4 of you, you traveled upwards. It's a fair bit of distance between the lowest parts and where you are now. Like, they're pretty far in their chess game at the moment that you find this gate again. So who wants to go through the gate first, or do you want to do anything before you want to do that?
Alright.
Make a wisdom saving throw. The 3 is for the Decorm's bonus, right?
Yeah, so it's not there.
Yeah. Okay. With a 15, you make it through, and as soon as you do, all of you start hearing this as through the entire thing. I'm gonna put you. Oh no, to there. The ground kind of starts like shaking a little bit, and goes quiet for a second, and then suddenly, like this screeching alarm goes off, and you hear, you can see it, but you hear both in front of you for Galrok's sake and to the back of you for the rest of you, hear something massive falling on the ground, and that same sound of something powering up starts moving.
Okay, well, I'm instantly using my action to resummon my bird.
It did not take long.
No, it didn't!
And
Oh boy, that's dark.
you can still see a little bit, right, Flap? Just so you're not in complete darkness.
I can see around Teak's area,
Okay.
and that's good enough for me.
Then to put you in the token and you in the token.
Yeah, I'm really glad I did that. I mean, I don't know if they'll get here in time. I doubt it, but I'm glad I did that little bit of bookkeeping before something went sideways.
You are
Undead
dead.
horror.
I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Of course you would.
As we are doing that, Slump, I can only see in my direct surrounding, but
Yeah.
I do have dark vision. I'm not sure if that changes.
It's magical
I
darkness.
think it's magical.
It's
Yeah.
magical. Okay. I figured.
Unfortunate.
I wanted to check.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go.
None of us are warlocks with Devil Sight.
Nope.
Oh, there you are.
That's probably one of the lowest initiative rolls I've ever gotten.
Oh.
Howdy. Lower
I mean-
initiative than I thought.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
One and two. Add. That and that's. Okay. Give me 1 second. So I'm sure that's.
What do I have?
Alrighty, Teak, you hear the things fall. You hear one behind you a little bit in this direction. Not sure if you can see the ping. And you hear another one in front of you near where Galrok is in that direction. But you can't see basically anything. You can just barely see Fluke next to you.
Okay. What can I hear then?
You heard something heavy fall, and then you hear a bunch of do you sound like metals and similar, like moving around, clashing against each other, and then it starts sounding now like something is coming towards you. Something not like clearly moving, but not like walking as far.
Okay. Let's see what I can do. Okay. As we're not really sure yet, I feel like that we're being attacked. It would feel kind of weird to go out immediately, guns blazing. So I feel in this case
Or get some
we
light.
would take out her glasses with the little bird. My English is so bad today. With the little bird legs on the side, and basically I would cast the detect magic as my action.
Okay, interesting. Within 30 feet of you. And for this case, you can't really see in that area, but because the creatures would both completely light up within that 30 feet, I'm gonna just give you that sight for now.
Okay.
Because you can't see the creature at this point.
Okay. They completely light up, so I can also kind of see what it is.
Yeah, you see this kind of mechanical creature. It seems to be kind of like just a puppet made with wood and metals, and there is magic flowing through it that kind of like animates it and keeps it moving. It has, you notice like in its head, there's this hole in its faceplate where it looks like an eye, but it's like this blue flame that glows from it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll shout to the group. Were we moving at all, or did we just like land here out of nothing?
So you moved. You came from this spot,
Yeah.
and you are moving like down towards where Galrok is.
Okay.
You should be able to see him right now, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Okay, so I would be able to. Okay, then I'll say, guys, we're being followed. It's some armor. It doesn't look good. Maybe fight. And I'll use my. Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to put down little Flanagan.
All right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is just the bonus action. I believe it's an. Oh shit! It's an action to create it. I think. Let's see.
Might be a bonus action to shoot it?
Sorry. Yeah, it's a bonus action to shoot. It's an action to create it, so I can't do that yet. So instead, I'll reach inside of my pocket and I'll pull out a couple of pebbles and I'll just cast a magic stone. And I'll try to feel around, feel if I can find my buddy, my little purple buddy somewhere, little fluke.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure as soon as we heard shit, Porcelain and Fluke would have pulled out their swords, which are magical.
Yeah. So you just see these outlines of floating swords, as it were.
Okay. And I'll just kind of move towards Fluke, and I'll try to give him like 2-3 marbles, and I'll say, just in case, and I'll move a bit towards the back. Can I go around Fluke?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Can I also go... I'll just first move here. I think this is... can't really see how many feet. 10 feet?
Half your movement about.
Half your movement? Okay. Can I go any further than this?
You can try and pass the barrier, but it requires a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You would know because it happened to you last session. If you fail the saving throw,
yeah.
For basically one turn, you become afraid and you move away from the area.
From the area of the gate.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a magic thing?
Yeah. For you the whole gate itself is lit up as a enhancement magic.
Okay. So would I have advantage?
You would.
Okay. Then I'll risk it. So maybe then this would be the second amount of a movement if I succeed.
Yeah.
Which I'll try.
That would be possible. So roll your saving throw.
Yeah, I'll just roll the wisdom saving throw first. Let's see. With advantage. Here we go. Oh, wait. That's a wisdom. Oh, I'm not proficient, so it doesn't matter.
With a 13, unfortunately, as you move it similarly to the last time you tried this,
Yeah.
as you're standing in the gate, suddenly your mind blanks and suddenly you think to yourself, I should get out of here, and you just blindly run. You had 15 feet of movement left, I think.
Yep.
So you run 15 feet this way.
Oh, dear.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Am
I muted, sir?
No.
That's fine.
No.
That's where I wanted to go.
And
Okay.
you take 3 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and until the start of next turn, you are frightened.
Okay. I still have some temporary hit points. Is that correct?
Probably.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Flip.
It's your turn,
Yeah, that's my turn.
and it is the prison guard at the back,
Oh boy.
whose target just ran away, but he's gonna follow his target.
Oh, great.
1, 2, 3.
Had to get 2 new targets.
Terminator has locked on. Following target.
Okay, he can move close enough, so he is gonna move over
Oh,
there.
hello. You're big.
He's
Yep.
a big boy.
Are bigger.
And since he now has 2 new targets, he's just gonna make a sword attack against both of you.
Oh.
As he raises his right arm, his right arm, you see that he doesn't have an arm there, just this blade ends in this weird hook that you feel like if it gets around your throat, will just cut right through it. First one is gonna be at Porcelain. That is a 9 to hit, so I imagine that misses.
Yep.
And that's also not good. That is a 10 to hit Fluke, which I imagine also misses.
Definitely, yeah.
So as it starts coming at you, you can't see it for a while, but the moment like it appears, you kind of like imagine immediately, instinctively take a couple steps back, and just in time as you see this blade as it was aiming for you, just standing there. And that is its turn. So then it's the second guy's turn. And for him, for him, just a target appeared. He is gonna move. Let's. Oh yeah, he can move there. And he's gonna do the same thing, an attack at Teak first, and then one at Galrok, as he also sees 2 targets. This is the second natural 2 that they. I imagine a 9 misses Teak.
Yep.
It's been a while since they've been awake, okay?
And a
Wake
natural
ups.
20 at
What?
Galrok.
What?
And it can be.
You were just asking about a nat 20, weren't you?
I said no nat 20s because it looks like it could decapitate you with a look. How about we don't nat 20 it? Is that okay? Is that okay? No?
Wah, wah, wah.
I swear to God, if you kill my second character before anyone else dies, I swear to God.
If you kill a second character before we get out of this goddamn dungeon.
Take
If
15
they
points.
killed his second character
How
before it's
much?
even colored.
How much?
You take 15 points of slashing damage.
15? Okay, I can live
Yeah,
with
1
that.
five.
For a split
As
second, I thought you said 5-0, and I was gonna say,
Yeah.
excuse you?
Yeah, I shat myself.
as he comes for you, and you also see this hook at the end of its blade, and you take a step back, but you still get a gush on your chest, and it hurts like hell. Then it is Porcelain's turn.
Okay. So, seeing as I have the high ground, and this deals force damage, I'm going to hit it with Magic Missile, the one right in front of me.
Okay.
With all 3 of them.
Over, Anakin.
And see if I can't make it go down the stairs.
Okay. Let's see.
Can I bust a
Okay, it
kneecap?
definitely does take the damage. Oh yeah, that's now that they're close. All of you do notice that they are moving through this like one leg sort of contraption, which ends in a wheel that rolls where they
Oh,
move around.
fuck
on.
yes. Can I get it at its one leg and cause it to go down the stairs?
Let's see. That's you bash it and it kind of like gets pushed back a little bit. And you do notice that there is a crack appearing at its at the underneath of its leg. And
Brilliant.
I do actually need to note the damage before I forget it. I'll put that one still there. All right. Anything else in your turn?
Anything else? Anything else? 1 moment. It's over. No.
Okay.
Unless no, lighting a torch is not a bonus action. That's an action, right?
It's magical darkness, so unless that's a magical torch, I don't know how that would work.
Oh, that's right. It's magical darkness. Hello, last session. Never mind. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. And it's Fluke's turn.
Okay, well, considering we're in the dark, but I have a friend helping me out, I think that balances to normal rolls right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lucky us.
Think the best thing to do is to slash at it with the booming blade of pain and such.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Yeah, there we are. Okay. Regular. Oh my!
That definitely hits.
Nice.
Let's go.
Fuck, man.
Are you also aiming for its leg, or?
I mean, if Porcelain mentioned it, and I'd be aiming for any weak point I can dig my sword
okay.
into.
You definitely
That's-
saw me
that's fair.
target it specifically.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna say. Oh wait, the sneak attack still.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
still.
Since I don't have disadvantage,
But wait,
I still
there's
get
more.
sneak attack.
Yeah.
Woo.
So that's 12, 19, 29, 35, 45, 64 points of damage total. 64, so that becomes 7. Yeah. Okay. So as you stab it, first you're planning to go for the crack that Porcelain left in hopes of like disabling it, but then as you're like from this lower perspective, you realize that these creatures were on this specific like lower part not well designed, or maybe it's just like it has been laying here rusting for so long that it's has been slightly broken. But you see this opening like through the middle of its body, and you just jam your rapier up to it, and you hit like its core, and you just see this crackling go through it, and it falls on the ground motionless. As it is
He's just like,
dead.
well,
Yay!
Brilliant.
I think that was pretty good for being blind, and then he is going to just kind of give it a little kick and just like, okay, well, let's, which way did Teak go?
You do still hear the other one.
Yeah, just like, well, they need help, so I guess he's going through the gate.
Make your
So,
wisdom
gotta
saving
make
throw.
a wisdom saving throw. I doubt that's gonna go quite as well. Kind of sad that I didn't save that for the Aboshi.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay, so you take 4 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And you also just run 15 feet, probably exactly where you want to be, over there, and
Probably.
you're frightened until the end of your next turn. I think it's the end of your next turn. I'm gonna say that. Galrok, your turn.
Makes sense.
Okay, so I just heard the other one die, right?
You heard a large thing at your back stop moving.
So I'm gonna assume that the
Heard
other
a
thing
clap.
died, and that it's not all that strong. So that I'm gonna reassess the situation on the fly, and instead just use Shock and Grasp, because now there's a bunch of people around me, and I don't know where they are, so I don't want to use an AOE spell.
Thank you.
So Shock and Grasp, and it looks like it's made of metal, so this should be with advantage.
It's definitely with advantage.
Okay.
Noise.
Fair.
At 20 feet definitely hits.
You're about to fry a Macintosh.
Now it has no reactions.
It's no reaction indeed. And 9 points of lightning damage. You see this shock go over it, and for a moment, a couple of its limbs kind of like give this weird spasm, and it seems to take some damage.
And I don't want to. Oh, it has no reactions now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna whoop as much as I can.
Okay.
Can you whoop me as much as I can, because it's dark and I don't know where things are.
Which way do you want to run?
Away from the gate.
Okay. I'm gonna say I'm still gonna count it at least as. Wait. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna put you over here. Is it like getting around that thing with everyone there kind of like bunched up? Does take a little bit of extra movement.
Okay, and just know that I have 25 feet as a dwarf, not 30, if you were calculating based off of 30.
Okay, then you'd be there.
Okay, and that will end
I'm
my
just
turn.
thinking, you don't have Hephe, but you still have Galrok. You all still have Galrok.
Then it's Teak's turn.
All right. Seeing as the my dwarven friend just booked it, legged it without any repercussions, I'll also start doing the same.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
This would
and
basically just be like the moment that you see those spasms kind of like go through it, everyone takes their opportunity and runs away from it.
yeah, basically. And then as she's running away, she'll look over her shoulder, whip out her trusty old slingshot, put that magic marble in, and try to hit it with it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm still in line of sight with the source of my fear.
Well, is she more than 30 feet
No,
away
you
from
are
it?
not, because it's out of the 30 feet, so it disappears from your sight.
Okay, so it's just a regular roll then, or is it still
I think magic is
disadvantage?
handy.
Because basically it's still
No,
dark.
I'd say you do see like a pretty good outline of it, so yeah, I'd say it's just a normal roll in this case.
Okay, thank you. So this is for the attack roll then.
16, I think, misses. Yeah, it hits like part of the armor and just dinks off.
Okay. Let's see if I'll do anything with my. Yeah, I'll just do another magic stone for my bonus action, just to have a couple more.
Okay.
Thought about that.
Oh,
But it is, if you cast the spell again, the spell ends on Pebble's
Yeah.
effect by
So-
your previous casting.
Fluke, the marbles in your hand stop glowing. They're just marbles now.
He probably wouldn't have used them. Got
No.
magic daggers.
I figured.
Doesn't have sharpshooter yet.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay. And then that guy's dead, then it's the second guy's turn. Well, it just...
Oh no, he has his reaction back.
this get his reaction back. And he has one target ran away. Well, two targets ran away, but one ran far. Let's see, are you still... I think you're... Yeah, you're just outside of it, so it's gonna focus on the targets it still can see. So it's gonna move over there
Galrok.
and make an attack against Fluke and an attack against Galrok. First, Fluke,
You're still
Is
muted,
it-
dear.
21 to hit.
That will hit, and I'm guessing,
I know, I'm
even
talking
though
to
I'm
chat.
aware of it, I can't see it coming, can I?
I'd say for the purposes of your uncanny
Uncanny
dodge,
dodge.
no, because it just
Yeah, I don't
like
think so.
you're kind of waiting
Dark.
until just before it appears, and then you try to dodge it, as it were.
Yep, that's fair.
You take no, not 9 because it also has a bonus. You take 13 points of slashing damage,
Yeah, that's a
and then
7.
against,
Hey,
and then against Galrok, that is a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Oh,
Hooray!
Okay.
I was saying, I hope
Um,
that doesn't hit Galrok.
Nah, I got mage armor and I also got shield if I need it.
Okay, good. How I wish I had.
Um,
Why I regret not getting shield with Fluke. Or it's his.
Oh, DM, I just realized. I haven't rolled a Constitution saving throw when I got the psychic damage for going through the gate
Okay.
to see if
Yeah.
my magic like my see
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
Detect magic.
detect
Yeah.
detect magic stays up. So shall I
Okay.
roll?
I
You
didn't
can
think about that,
roll it
yeah.
now and then.
I mean, I missed my attack anyways, but so,
Yeah, well, you're good.
it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Then it's Porcelain's turn.
Okie doke. Well, I'm gonna be looking to cross through that gate.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw. 14 just passes.
Wow.
Well,
Nice. Alright, so that was 15 feet so far. Alright, and half my movement. Well, I'm gonna try and see if I can find our found our friend. Here we go.
You bump into it and then you stab it. Just like, Fluke's not made of metal. Probably.
Yeah, that's actually what I am going to do. I'm going to stab.
He's made of dragon
That
scale
is-
instead.
Sweet.
Stabby stabs.
Ooh.
12 points
Nice.
of piercing. That hurts it.
We're
Didn't
gonna
like that.
do our offhand.
Oh, wait, it should have been with disadvantage, though.
Ah, disadvantage.
So
So
did
the
the
initial hit,
Yeah, so roll it again to see if you.
19,
Okay, that still hits, so it's still the 12 points of damage. And then also roll again for your offhand attack.
13.
Okay,
Oh.
that misses. But the
Damn.
first time you stab it and you definitely hit some form of joint, and the second one with your offhand, you try and go for it, but it just suddenly out of like the corner of your eye, a massive shield appears and it just kind of like bashes your attack away.
Alright, and I... Sorry,
That's your
reading
turn, or-
over? No, sorry, just reading one thing.
Okay.
Just so I remember. Alright, then as a bonus action, no, actually, never mind. That is the end of my turn.
Okay, then it is Fluke's turn.
Yeah, well, considering what we're dealing with now, it seems best to try and stab him again. Tactically rather regular slash. So we got 17 hits.
17 misses. As it kind of, as you make ready for your attack, it just spins further, and the same shield that first blocked Porcelain now also just kind of meshes your weapon away.
Okay, I will go with the offhand to try and dig a dagger into it.
Okay. 24 hits.
Nice.
Woohoo. 3 and 12. 15.
Okay. That's no 15. So there. And as it is, it does leave like a rather large opening as it just keeps swinging for a moment, and you just jam your dagger into its side. Anything more?
And what it does, I'm gonna back up a little bit, and I'll back up into a wall. Because, you know, fancy footwork, you can't do an opportunity attack
Oh yeah,
against me.
you can't. Yep.
Yep.
Then it is Galrok's turn.
Alright, realizing that there's supposed to be some disadvantage involved, does that mean that my attack should be with normal because my advantage for it being metal?
Oh yeah, it should have been.
Okay, well it still would have hit.
It would still have hit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm gonna try it again. Shock and grasp, let's go.
24 hits.
I'm gonna zap it.
11, nice.
And that hurts it. Same thing as with the previous time. You see the shock going through it. It kind of has to readjust all of its body parts.
Okay, and I'd like to continue to run away.
Okay. Following the wall.
Sure, that seems like a reasonable path because I know where the wall is.
You do pass Teak, and then you can go a little bit further.
Okay, and that's as far as I can go. 25 feet of movement. I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. Teak, you're up.
All right.
Nice.
Seeing the normally very on-point attacks of Porcelain get deflected by this armor, I put away the marbles and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fucking hit you. And I get out like three little pieces of firework, they look like, and I kind of hold my finger out and poof, poof, poof. I put on the ends of all three of them, and they over my head, and they just all three of them dive towards the monstrosity, and I'm gonna cast magic missile on that bitch.
All right.
So let's see.
That's one more missile.
3 times, right? Yep. Here we go. So that'll be.
Wait, why
3,
does
5,
it
and
roll
4?
twice the?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Did
that's
you-
weird.
So it's 3, 5, and 4 attack.
Yep.
So that is 9, 12 points of damage.
Yep.
That's. Okay.
I realized I had the flavor a bit differently once. That's why the finger guns are there. I originally planned them to be like finger guns. She puts on some wooden things on her fingers. She does like, and then off it flies. So.
So, I think Porcelain would be the only one to be able to notice this. As it stops spinning, these 3 firework rockets hit it, and it just kind of, with every one of them, kind of pushed slightly towards you. And as its turn starts, Porcelain, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna remove the dead one from initiative.
Do I get disadvantage?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I should actually say that.
17's
because
still
that's-
pretty good.
Yeah. But the 17 is still enough that as it kind of gets backed up to you, you see that the metals and the wood that are making up this thing are like very slowly reconstructing while it is moving around.
Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn
Get it for fire!
Is gonna move over here and make an attack against the two of you. No, I think... Yeah, Teak is still just outside of its visibility. So first, Fluke.
It
That
did
is
move.
a 24
Oh wait,
to hit.
it moved, right? Oh
Yeah.
damn it! I didn't have booming blade on it that time though. Damn. Oh well.
Yeah, you missed the booming blade, yeah.
Yeah.
So 24, I imagine, hits.
Wah,
Some
wah.
kind of
Yeah,
roll
it says it
damage.
does.
Wait, you want to cast as Warlock? Damn, son.
That's 8 points of slashing damage.
Scary.
And then against the second one, against Porcelain.
Though,
Okay,
did
that's
it
cocked.
move that first booming blade crit that hit? I can't recall if it moved or not.
It died from the hit itself.
Oh yeah, that was
You
the
killed
first
it
one.
dead.
Boy, okay. Being sure.
Against Porcelain is a 14 to hit, which I imagine misses.
It do miss.
So you've gotten quite used to like that 1 second to dodge, and you manage to just step in the way that it just kind of scratches your armor. But you yourself are unharmed. As it's your turn.
I always thought Wohan was insane for beating me blindfolded. I say to myself. And let's see. I can see. I've seen the weak points on it. So yeah, I'm going to firebolt it. If there's an opening, I'm gonna firebolt the opening.
Okay.
The energy
that
away,
would-
so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it would be double disadvantage.
Double
But it's,
disadvantage.
Yeah, it's just regular disadvantage, but
Double
and you're in melee and the darkness.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
Remind me of that one time that
Melee
Tiz
shit.
had a crossbow. He's just like, well, fuck it.
Well, in that case, then, we can just stab it. Let's just stab it. We can stab it twice.
Well, you can roll the other. Oh.
Oh, I already rolled. Never mind.
Yeah, you.
I didn't even see that it clicked. My bad. But 17
Yeah,
does
that's
not hit.
understandable.
Yeah,
Or-
17 misses. So, as you try to come close to it and try and shoot it, it's just moving too quickly around to. Though the creature itself is very heavy and makes a lot of big movements, the various parts that make it up are actually quite quick and continuously moving. So it's difficult to kind of find a good target with the firebolt.
Oh, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, then it's Fluke's turn.
Okay, well, Fluke didn't see it heal, and first place, and Fluke knows this thing needs to die. So, still knows he's got friends on his side. So let's go for another cut and see. Come
Go for it.
on, good hit. Woohoo!
That definitely hits.
Nice.
One thunder this time, but oh, good piercing though, and good sneak attack. I am good with that.
Damn.
So same thing as last time. This time, Porcelain kind of distracts it with the firebolt, and as it's focused on that, you take that opportunity, find the same spot as last time, and just jam up and rummage around a little bit for the same core that you hit before, and you just suddenly see the shock go through it, and it just falls apart.
You have to be
As
closer
this one
to the
is now
ground.
also dead.
Fluke just looks down at the thing, just like, huh. I heard some kobolds are good at tinkering. Maybe that's some of my blood boiling. I don't know.
And
You're at least very good at destroying.
Apparently. Anyone want to drag this thing to the light and see if we can make sure it doesn't get back up? Ezra may be here in just a moment, in all honesty.
A DM?
I made sure to leave a signal behind.
Is it still lighting up for me? Can I still see it?
No, for you actually, you see like suddenly like this from the like edges of where its fingertips would be kind of like suddenly starts slowly disappearing, while in its chest the magic starts kind of like building up as if everything is kind of like pooled there, and then suddenly everything disperses.
Okay. I'll say, well, the magic that kept it together is gone, so I think it died. If it can die, that's a thing with inanimate objects.
Well, okay, that's one less thing to worry about. Though, admittedly, if it's doable, I wouldn't mind. Admittedly, we'd be better with Decorm here, but I wouldn't mind parting this thing. It might have something valuable on it.
Yeah, could be. You want to wait for Decorum? I could also try taking it apart.
Well, it's also not going to be going anywhere.
That's true. I don't really think the demon about this.
Well,
Okay, so
I swipe at like a cobweb or something that I can see. It's not as if anyone's been going through sweeping through here.
also, Mr. Dwarf, this is why we don't run off from each other.
Don't you think
I didn't
now's the
run
time-
away entirely. I was just making distance. I'm a wizard.
Well, that's why you don't make too much distance. This is why rogues stay in the middle. Or treasure hunters, you know what I mean.
Yeah, keep doing it wrong. So technically, Teak wouldn't be able to see anything anymore. All your points of reference are gone, Teak. You're blind like the rest of them.
You sure it lasts for 10 minutes?
Yeah, but the reason why you could see was because these creatures were moved, like these magical creatures were moving, so you
Yeah.
have some form of
They
spatial
glowed.
awareness as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Basically, your torch got snuffed out, dear.
Yep. I can only see, I think, still the swords if they are still out, right?
Yeah, you can see still the floaty swords.
Okay.
And actually also probably Galrok's book.
Okay. Hey, that's pretty cool, you guys. Because of your equipment, I can still see where you guys are, but I can't see anything else, which is odd. I normally don't have this. This has got to be some magical thing.
But perhaps.
I mean, at least there's no more magical things in the darkness, so that's
Yeah,
handy.
That's a good thing, definitely. But I feel I should need a bit, at least a bit of light if we want to deconstruct this thing.
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna be
why
pretty hard
we
to
probably have to drag it somewhere. And I'm not really equipped to help out with that. I got little kobold noodle arms, but they're good for getting into metal things and making them break.
You know what? I was making something to do exactly just this, but it isn't finished yet.
Well, given the timing and place, I would be happy to drag it out of here for you in the future. However, now I believe there are more pressing matters.
Yes, that's the big question. Which way are we going? Do we want to get ourselves out of the darkness, or do we want to wait for our other companions and then enter into the darkness with them?
I thought we were leaving this place.
And go where, exactly?
Out of the darkness.
Well, yeah, but there's an out of the darkness either way. One has friends, one doesn't. We just got to figure out which way we're going.
Listen, I'm
They might
not
be
going
coming
back
up-
to those devil kings or whatever they are.
Oh, they can't get to you. That's how it works.
That's what they want you to think.
Mr. Galrok. Now, I understand if you don't want to be here and you would like to go up, you can.
I mean, that's why you were all leaving this way with me, right? Was because we were leaving?
No.
Actually, no. Well, we were concerned about you, but we had other interests.
I mean, we left before we got into the darkness together, did we not?
You have.
I was 75 feet in front of you, and you followed after me, and we left together. Or am I not understanding the situation?
Well, I was hoping to discuss further on it when we were out of the long dark shaft.
Then let's get out of the long dark shaft.
For your S-ray Coots, but it would be like a minute or 20 probably. Probably a bit longer actually. It would be close to half an hour, but like because we already played quite a lot out with Decorm and his chess match, I'm gonna say he stays downstairs.
As we wouldn't leave him, so we will up here. But at some point, she would have let Decorum know about the bird, and in the middle of the game.
Okay.
Perhaps you should send the bird back down. And maybe.
Yeah, that'd probably be wise. I can tell her what to say and all that jazz.
Maybe...
Here's a question: can I summon her at the other side of the gate?
You can try.
Okay, he's going to try.
It works.
Okay, good. Good to know. And he'll just have her fly down, just be like, "Thought robots, moving forward, meet up when possible." And then she'll just kind of just stick with them for now. Go down there. At least Ezra now knows they're not dead.
Fair.
For now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and cast that sending spell now?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so let me drop a third level spell slot. And this is what I want to send. Posted in the roll 20.
Nice. Now I have to quickly also, just for easiness of finding it again, I'm gonna send your own message.
Any advice?
Okay. I mean, they don't have to respond immediately, but, they're in a tower full of magical knowledge. They might be able to, offer some kind of knowledge.
They have to at least kind of sort of reply immediately for the spell, as it were.
Yeah. Thanks for the info, dog. I'll get back to you with all the magic we can give you. Don't die. That's my advice.
I want to
Mostly didn't want that lost knowledge to get lost, because that seems pretty fucking important.
That's fair.
What's memories? Okay, yeah, sorry, it's just for me remembering who exactly Runra was to you.
My sensei.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah.
Speaking of Decorm, should we be expecting Cherry pretty soon from here?
Yeah, it probably will take a little bit more time, knowing that he that we first do the other scenes as well. Let's imagine
That's
that
fair.
Shouldn't have let
a
him
little
know.
bit less hurrying as it were, but he'll jump in when he can. Is there anything you want to do while I type out this message real quick?
I guess wander further down the corridor, I guess, is one of our only choices.
Yeah, get to the
Yeah,
platform
just
at
keep
the
walking.
top.
Okay, she's gonna tell you probably safest to stay with the adventurers. And try and find if you could teleport could be teleported here, you can probably also find a way back. Otherwise I'll see you in 6 months.
Gee, thanks!
She's gonna look things up, but that's not really worth the 25 words.
No,
Hey yo,
I understand.
see you later, G-Funk.
Don't be safe. Don't die. Travel in groups.
Well, good luck with that.
Then go around on your own.
Hey, you know,
What else do you want
if
from
we
me?
see you when you get back, we'll see you when you get back. If not, we'll miss you.
It was nice knowing you, lad.
It is a little bit of like calling your college teacher and telling him, hey, I met these guys in Afghanistan and we kind of got in an argument with someone from the Taliban. Any advice?
Okay, yeah, but hold on. Are these like a master tactician of like the art of warfare? Because, you know, all I'm saying is if I don't get promoted within my institution after speaking with the speaker of Tiamat, this is some bullshit.
It all depends on how you sell it to
That
them.
would be some bullshit.
I'm gonna put you off this map.
Friends? I don't think Friends is gonna... Sorry, I'm still...
Is this about friends?
He's talking to people in Twitch chat.
Yeah. All right. As you move further, unless there's stuff you want to do more, but you just had your chance actually for that. So, as you move upwards and you find yourself in the same space as where you left here, you can hear someone walk on the stairs that you originally came from.
From when we came down here?
Yeah. So I'll put you on my
Why do I have a feeling that's Avon?
on the best map.
Probably
So
is.
Hey.
from this perspective is where you hear something.
That's right, Licky
Someone
would
walking.
be here. She can come down with us, cause she... Or no, she's down there.
No, she couldn't make
Yeah.
it down, I thought.
Lady Licky would be here, Decorm and Ezra obviously wouldn't. Lady Licky actually kind of like was in like a sleeping position, and then as she sees you, she kind of like disappointed, like kind of looks you over, and then kind of disappointed that Decorm isn't there, kind of goes back to the sleeping. Hi, Jerry.
Hey!
Hi, Jared.
Cherry,
We
Decorum,
fought
you're here.
robots.
They fought robots.
Yes, I am. They fought robots. Did they survive?
I touched it a lot with electricity, and then Fluke stabbed it a lot with nat 20s and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, Fluke murdered some robots.
We're gonna murder late, and then we percolate.
So,
Is what the
as
rogue do, to be fair.
Lady Licky goes back to sleep, you hear a person like from this distance walking on the stairs. And from what you were hearing is moving away from you.
Moving away. Well, I'll send Elvira in the direction. What does she see? Who does she see?
Make a perception check.
Alright, come here, my little bat.
Bat.
That is wisdom. Thank God for advantage. 17.
Wait, why the advantage?
Have advantage on wisdom and perception checks. Rely
That's
on
bad.
hearing.
Okay. With a 17, when she comes back, she reports that that's a centaur with a magic staff walking up the stairs and seemingly mumbling to himself about something in Sylvan.
I
What?
grab Fluke by
Jody.
the shoulder and I say, I think Jody is here.
Azri's about to get her kill on.
That's right, it's an hour's walk away.
Oh, she gonna get there. She gonna get there. What? Oh, she gonna get there.
Does Porcelain say it out loud where Galrok could hear that they're speaking in Sylvan?
I didn't say you were speaking as. I don't think I know Sylvan. I know Elvish. Yeah, I know Elven. I don't.
That's
know
Sylvan.
No, they're different
No,
languages.
they're different languages.
Really?
Yeah.
They only have the same script.
Wait, Quinn is here?
Like saying,
Yep.
Yeah,
it's like
Quinn is here.
saying German
Oh,
and French are the same
I-
language, kind of.
So what did you actually say? That Chodi's here?
Yeah, I think Chodi's here is what I said.
And who exactly is Chodi?
Well, sit down for half an hour story.
We really don't have time to explain that. Basically, someone we don't trust. But well, the situation at hand, Mr. Galrok, no, we will not be leaving.
Well, hold on, guys, if I may. Galrok was present when you heard about someone trying to trick the leader of the Silver Blossom clan, and like they had an informant in the Silver Blossom clan. So you could probably use that as the descriptor.
Oh, you're right. We did have a conversation about that, didn't we?
Oh,
Just don't know how much we got into that whole thing. Or rather, I don't remember. So then, yes, I will say, he's the usurper, I suppose you could call him, that we were talking about with the clan.
Do you think we could just take him out?
I have no idea of his capability.
Don't like the fact that we're split up, that's for certain. We did just kill those robots, but they hurt us a bit.
Yes, and I don't like dealing with speakers of Tiamat. Outside of our pay grade.
We are likely going to be dealing with them, Mr. Galrok.
In one way or another.
I'm listening to your argument of why.
We owe it to our friend, who we lost down here.
And I owe it to my friends that we lost down here. Do you think we can stop them?
Going to try.
Maybe at our best.
And we're going to die, and then we'll also be stuck down here, unable to do anything about it. Also trapped. You see the problem?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not about taking unnecessary risks, but I would definitely want to be at my best, but I'm not going to throw it out of consideration.
Right, however, given the circumstance, I think, much as I want to learn, we must abandon what we came up here for and get back to the others.
I at least don't... I mean, I would like to deal with Chody, but I would definitely prefer for everyone to be certain. I don't know what fire spirits he has charmed his ways.
I have a feeling...
Fire spirits?
Yeah, that's another reason why the whole speaker of Tiamat might be a bit of a...
A bit of a...
A bit of a...
Bit of a?
A bit of a...
A bit of a fluke you cut out, and you might still be cut out.
He said issue.
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 But,
they seem sort of related with some other crap we're dealing with that is also very bad.
Well, I mean, if he knows about fire spirits, that's like the entire reason I came down here. Now I really want to talk to him.
He seems to be seeking to use them for personal gain.
Aye, but as long as I'm not a threat to him, he might be willing to talk, yes?
Once again, we do not trust this individual at all.
Not to mention, we can... You may be fine. There's no telling what kind of information he's gotten on us. We've been traveling with our friend Hephe. You have not, which might give you a chance to talk to him, but without us, you are putting yourself at risk.
You make a fair point.
Hey, well, what can I say? I may be not taking Tiamat, speaker of Tiamat off the table, but I'm not stupid. I'm cautious.
I think we
Not
have better
stupid.
chances against this Chody than we do against the speaker of Tiamat, however. No matter what
I
fire
will say,
spirits he may be working
considering-
with him.
You're wrong, probably.
I will. I will say, considering the Speaker of Tiamat is fined, we can do that at a somewhat more leisurely pace.
Regardless, I strongly feel he's after what is downstairs. And if we are seeking to prevent him from conducting whatever it is his plan is, which can't be good for the clan, we need to regroup.
A clan of centaurs half a world away.
Once again, they're above us. You are across the world.
Wow.
Not to mention, we thought he was half a world away, but apparently not, which is also concerning.
The situation has changed.
It has.
Let's go.
I pray it doesn't change further.
But let's go talk to him, yes?
No, let's go regroup
No.
with the others.
So that way we can die.
Look, if you want to talk to him, be my guest.
Mr. Galrok, sir.
Fuck off.
We don't leave any people behind.
I mean, they're not trapped there, right? I mean, like you said, supposedly there's nothing going on with that thing, that speaker, and it's stuck there. They can come up anytime they want, yes?
We will not be leaving Hephe behind.
And I don't want to leave my people behind either. They died too. I lost a lot more than you have.
Oh, that might be true. I'm not sure how familiar you were with those people, but
Oh,
you
not
can-
at all.
You're lucky Asri's
He's
not
do-
there. Holy shit.
That was some PvP shit.
You do see porcelain
was-
getting
that-
red, though.
Then I
That
feel you
wasn't
don't really
He-
understand.
He's
the
doing
situation,
pure
right?
math, like an asshole.
Hold on. I mean, you sent your pet down there, right?
The bird has returned to them probably by now.
Can you tell the bird to tell them to come up here so we can talk away from the things that can kill us and hear us while we're talking right outside their prison?
Well, I hopefully assume they're on their way at their convenience, but I can try. But the trouble with that is the bird will be flapping around in the dark for a good bit, and it will probably have to go under the arch itself. Goodness knows how long that's going to take.
I thought you had already sent the bird back.
Well, I can resummon her.
Yeah, but you did send it back to
Yeah, but I can't
Decorm.
communicate with her without resummoning her.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Fair enough.
You have one too. How do you not know this?
No, I didn't realize
I
that's what
don't.
you were saying. I thought you were saying I
No, I'm
thought
talking
you were
about
saying that the
porcelain.
bird was here with us for a second.
No. I'd simply have to resummon it to give it a new message.
I could cast sending and tell them to come up here.
I believe, and I don't blame you for missing the point of the situation. We need to get down there and figure this out
And be in
before.
the same situation we were before we left. And then they can hear everything they're saying and plan for what we're going to do or not do to them. So if they come
To be
up here,
fair,
we
he
can
makes
talk
a
without
good-
at least being heard.
He makes a good point on that, I'll say.
I'll nod.
We-
While I am not for abandoning Hephe, we might want to do planning topside, preferably with Ezra's little dome going on.
We may be discovered and heard by Chodi here.
Well, again, if Ezra gets back up
Do you-
here, hopefully not with her little dome that kind of covers us.
Fine then, let's
Might
stop wasting
could-
time and summon them.
Okay, I'll cast sending to Asri. And I'll say, we need to discuss. Make sure this isn't over 25 words. We need to discuss next plans. Better not in front of the speaker of
Just say
gods.
demons. Say demons.
Come back up.
Backstreets,
Please.
or backseat sending.
I'll just do 18 words.
waste of a spell.
Well,
Are you pooping?
What?
I could be. I kind of need to push one out a little bit if you're asking.
You still have words left. You're obliged to ask, are you pooping?
No, I am not.
Okay.
This is wrong.
You can reply to this message.
You can reply to it.
Ah.
Oh, okay. You know what? You want me to add more words? Met, fought, armored, guards, aware. There.
Luke's actually going to ponder for a second and be like, I did just realize something.
What would that be, Sir Fluke?
When they go back through the gate, what if those weren't the only robots?
And I start climbing down the stairs.
All right, we can go down there and not go through the portal and help them for anything that comes through, but we should still come back up here and talk about it afterward.
Agreed. Talk about it away from the demons. I'm
Why don't we
behind that
just
plan.
talk about it in the dark chasm? How
Not
about that?
far enough away.
Before you
Question.
respond, Ezra, to Galrok's message,
Okay.
it does sort of come to you, but in a very distorted manner, and it takes you kind of a minute to figure out exactly what the message meant. It's like words are missing, and he speaks in a very changing and crackling tone of voice.
Oh.
Of course it does.
I'm gonna ask. The question I was trying to ask is this at the end of the game, or have we already started walking back?
I think the moment that they got up here would be kind of the same moment that Decorm would be just about done with the game.
Okay, so this is so then getting this message is probably about when we're starting to actually walk away. I imagine so. I'm going to turn to Decorm and say, in his head, I think there's some sort of trouble. Are you hearing this clearly?
Yes.
I am.
Galrok just sent me a message with some sort of interference, but they want to discuss our next plans, and they want to do it up there away from the speakers. And also that they fought some sort of armored something. I don't know. They fought some sort of armor, and we need to be aware of it.
That's fair. That's fair. I did what I wanted to do here anyway. Although,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Are the
Sure, you
first
wanted to-
25 words of what she just said gonna be transported back to Galrok?
No, because I'm assuming that's mentally towards.
Yeah. That was mentally, but
It's using her
we'll
ability.
take up your response, so you can't respond anymore.
Yeah.
Like when
Got
you
too
stop,
curious.
when you stop.
I was
kind of
choosing to not respond.
Like hang up the phone, and you just start talking while the other person is still. Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're done
Cherry,
now.
Cherry, did you still want to do your other question for the
Yeah,
game? So
yeah,
I'll have to go a little bit back during the game as well.
I went. I do.
If I could turn back time.
Hey, double lady.
Yeah,
Licky.
Lady Licky was there actually.
Now.
Yeah.
Where's
Oh, well.
Mr. Fox?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Lady Licky can just be at two places at once, apparently.
Yeah! Paladin
The
mouth.
power. Actually, the other one is Mr. Licky looking for Lady Licky.
It's also trapped in prison.
I'm gonna quickly clean up my. Or do you want to set the scene?
No, I want to ask you when you want to ask the question during the game.
Well, I assume after Ezra said this, I'll quickly but carefully clean up the chests.
Okay.
And I'll turn to her. Well, we need to be off. I wish you the best of luck here. Who knows if our paths will cross. At least I would like to thank you for this wonderful game. And one more question, if I may.
Of course.
If I were to help you destroy Rubel, what would be in it for me?
She thinks about it for a moment.
Ooh.
Well, we ourselves aren't that concerned about ruble necessarily. But, and you see her kind of turn around and make some form of hand motion. And, what's her name? His name, sorry. Batavine comes kind of like lazily starts strolling up. And hands something to her and kind of like takes a step back, but remains watching at this point. If you, and she holds over this purple, like lightning shaped gem. And she says, if you could make sure your dear prince could get a hold of this, we would be much more indebted to your efforts. And Our Lady will reward such bravery.
And do I have an idea what this thing is? Could be.
Make an arcane check.
Can Asri as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Core arcane. Not necessarily proficient, but at least I have a positive one. I was hoping for a little better.
Decorm, you're fairly sure that you've seen this mentioned in a book or two in the academy, or at least similar crystal things. But you don't remember exactly what this is about. Ezra, you recognize this. Not exactly what the specifics behind these are, but it's definitely some form of cursed object that will, how to say it, destroy or break someone's resistances and immunities and make them weak against those things instead.
Oh. It just slowly degrades them over time. And then...
No, make an intelligence check, Ezra.
It's a generalized intelligence check?
Yep.
Alrighty. Please be
Just
decent. Ugh. Average.
With a 10, it's somewhere in your mind, the thoughts start forming about what would happen if a dragon would suddenly be weak against its own element.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a dirty trick. That's a dirty,
I know
dirty
what this
trick.
Hold on, I'm rolling this for me. Okay, never mind.
I'll look to Ezra as we are both sort of complaining what this could be. In a basically with a look of
do you take it?
That's what I'm looking for. Ezra with a should I?
She's gonna say in your head, if we take this, neither one of us will be knights. Not proper knights like what you wanted. But I find myself wanting to take it.
I'll take a step back. Making way for us, right?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, what would this is...
The moral dilemma!
Yeah, what is a moral roll? What would I roll for morals? Was that wisdom? Would that...
A nat 20 with... would it be wisdom? I think it would be wisdom. How wise are you?
Wisdom moral. No. She's going to look down and just say out loud, "Sorry, Hephe," and start to walk away. Can't do it.
Puts the crystal away, looks at the two of you kind of walking away, and is, if you change your mind, the offer stands.
I can't promise I'll get it to him, which enables me not to. It would be unkind to go on a quest I can't promise I'll succeed in.
If I were... No, she wouldn't be that. She'll just move back into the chamber again.
I'll walk away.
And hand back
Azri
actually
is-
the thing to the other one. Alrighty.
And after a few minutes, I'm just gonna say, like, after not too many walks, like, holy shit! That was intense!
Yeah. That was definitely a moment.
Wanna go back?
Ah! Don't ask that. Let's just keep just keep walking forward before I
Okay,
wait.
let's go.
Okay.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Exactly.
Oh, what the fuck?
Listen, Azri was already on the fence about trying to see if they could res Hephe at the risk of her own soul, and then like that happened, and she's like, we probably could do that too. No. So eventually, do we go to that archway, and do we have to do wisdom saves or anything?
Or do we meet them
I'd say
halfway?
it arrived about the same time at the archway, so you can hear a group of people kind of coming walking that you probably quickly realize to be your companions.
As we're going down, I'll say, Mr. Galrok, are you hurt? Does he look hurt? Do you look hurt?
I mean, he got cut
You
across the chest for like 15 points of damage.
Yeah, but I had temp HP. I'm a little scraped up, but not too bad.
Okay. I'll just here, this'll help. And I'll just put like a wooden patch on one of the wounds. You have it on your chest, and just do a quick cure wounds first level.
Ooh. Hey,
6. That's enough.
that's enough. You know, we could have also just taken a short rest when we got back upstairs, but I'll take it.
Yes.
Hey, you never know what'll
Well, we
happen
were-
at this archway.
Yeah, we were concerned.
And I'd like either Decorm or Esre to make a wisdom saving throw.
With Decky bonus.
I only have a +3 to my wisdom saving throw.
So another +3 on top of that.
Yoy.
I know. Well, he said one of us, so I'm
Oh.
basically saying.
Yeah,
does
you both need to make it, but one of them needs to do it first.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll just roll straight away then. Bap. So 17.
17, you make it through.
Ooh.
And the same thing happens with the alarm, but this time you just hear something open, and then nothing happen, and then something close again. The creatures are
Luke-
still dead.
Luke's just gonna let out a sigh, just like, okay, it was better to be safe than sorry, but good.
I don't want to lose anybody else down here.
So 17. Nice.
In the dark,
Is
for
that
like,
with the bonus, Decorm?
17.
Or was that roll
yeah.
with your bonus or without?
What's his
Where did
wisdom
Cherry
again?
go?
Let me just look over. That shouldn't be, because I believe his
without.
wisdom.
That's
yeah.
without. Okay, then you also make it.
Yay.
Being able to look over and see it is nice.
Okay,
I'll put
well,
you, actually, imagining that you don't want to wait in the darkness, I'm gonna put you over here, so all of you are.
On the
yeah,
way up.
just like first
though-
thing, just like, okay, Ezra, I think you need to put up your dome.
Making sure. Is yours a ritual, Galrok? Yours or no?
Sorry, what was the question?
If your hut or your mansion, so to speak, is a ritual.
No, it's a full cast. It's a 4th level spell.
Then yes, I will absolutely make the dome right now. And she will spend 10 minutes ritual casting that.
Are we doing
and
it
in the
at
middle,
the gate, or are we doing it back upstairs?
I imagine a little bit away from the gate, but not back upstairs. But
Not
that can
it's still in
easily
the
be...
darkness.
Well, DM put us upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I
upstairs
kind of
it is
assumed
then.
that you would go upstairs.
I'll
Yeah,
spend
my
the
apologies.
same. I'll spend the same
Well,
10
at
minutes.
least this way, if we put ourselves like in a little corner, we can observe if anyone else comes in.
I'm gonna spend the same 10 minutes ritual casting detect magic just for sure, just in cases.
Does somebody have chips?
Did you?
I don't.
Guess detect magic.
Yeah, ritual as well,
Okay.
just for shoresies.
Wait.
So you're gonna detect that magic. Waiting. Not really. She's doing her casting.
Okay. With the detect magic up,
Chosy.
there are still these kind of like streams of magical particles that move through the air over here. The stone that you moved last session is still glowing because it's still enchanted. And at the edge, when you get close to the entrances here and here, you notice the magical darkness that you just came out of.
All right.
On that, about the same time that Teak would have cast that, the dome would be up. Unless there's something anyone wants to do within those 10 minutes.
No. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Hazri might say,
I-
Decorm tied with the Speaker in a game of chess.
I would like to send
that's
Elvira.
impressive. Sorry.
Well, yes, it is.
Go porcelain.
Well, yes, it is. But yes, I'd like to send Elvira while we're waiting for this to be casted to go around up the staircase we came and see if just anyone is around.
Okay. I'm gonna actually make a roll and roll a perception check for Elvira.
Nice.
Initial 20, as she flies up at the second floor where you also met Avan and found that ritual and everything. A little bit further in and before he can see her, she sees Jody, or at least the centaur who you're assuming to be Jody, walking towards her.
She's going to hang on at the corner of the ceiling a moment and see which way he goes.
Okay.
So, would that require a stealth?
Yeah, roll stealth check actually.
Okay. Stealth is...
Stealthy.
Dex. Okay, Dex is one of the best ones. Cool. Not so bad.
She's a bat in a cave.
I mean-
Perception.
That's
Maybe he knows a familiar when he sees one.
It's true.
He doesn't notice her, and I also say Alvaro will notice that he seems to be very also she knows. See, he seems to be very like lost in thought, as it were. And he sometimes when he walks, he kind of just walks into a room and then kind of takes a moment, looks around, notices that wait, this is not where I need to be, and then move away from there again.
Okay, she's going.
And-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He does seem in generally being headed. He's taking a long route, but is heading towards the stairs that he came from.
All right.
So the ones that are over there.
She's gonna creep over the staircase and then fly back and relay what's going on.
Okay.
And Porcelain will say, "We need to hurry with this conversation."
What's going on? Is somebody coming down? Is it Devon?
I'm assuming that by this point
Very much
the
not.
dome would be up. Would
The
be
dome's up,
inside.
yeah.
Yep. I'm going to say we believe Chody's here. I'm not entirely certain.
Well, finally
You see
somebody
her
can
grab
grab
her-
kill.
Yeah, you just see Azri Plotter started like, oh, fantastic.
Okay, stay a little calm.
I am perfectly calm. I just also now know, this entire time we've been down here, we haven't known who to fight, what to do, when to go, where to go, why to do it. There's one thing I know. It's that Chody's gotta go.
If there's
How is
one
Decorm the
thing
only one on
I
the same
know,
page as me?
Jody got to go.
Who's
The
Jody?
one thing we know. Jody got to go.
Teak would know who Chody is, wouldn't she?
I think he wasn't mentioned until you left, by name at least.
He was mentioned as the person that was taking
Covering
Hephe's
for Heke.
yeah, and
Yeah.
as she didn't know about his betrayal or anything.
Yeah, so she would be like, why are you guys hating on Chody?
Chody is the person that was supposed to help Pool of Health in the village, but instead has sold them out to the fire spirits that the Pool of Health wanted to make sure didn't destroy our world. We were trying to find Chody, the whole reason why we were down here, and in the process, Hephe has passed. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
If
Chody
there's
gotta
one
go.
thing I know. Jody's
Chody's gotta
Come
go.
on, guys. It's easy. It's rhyming. Sing with me.
Well,
There's
for
thing
one, we
know.
wanted to make sure we were all together before we went to murder hobo on them. Plus, we are not sure that Chody, it just seems most
Everyone
likely
make a
to
perception check with disadvantage while Decorm is yelling.
Yeah, and it does.
Is that some sort of fortune favor slang?
Was disadvantage, you say?
What the fuck is a murder hobo?
Ugh, 17.
Ralgo, I think you're talking, but you're muted.
I thought sound doesn't travel outside the bubble, just to keep that in mind.
Let's make
Yeah,
sure
but
I
you
can
can
boost the
still
spell.
hear outside of it, right?
Let's find out. Boop.
Also, it's Fate's Fortune. Sword is got that name. You
Okay.
The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable. Draw regardless whether outside. It doesn't specifically say it, does
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't
No.
say anything about it, so... No, it's still, you can hear and see,
Well.
I was thinking
The
of
outside
Private
spell.
Sanctum, which is my
Yeah.
spell. Oh.
the tiny
But
hut
your
isn't very
wizard would
private.
know.
Okay, 10, 10, 8. So Ezra, you're the only one who hears, but as Decorm is yelling, Chody's got to go, you start hearing hooves on the stairs.
I try to immediately touch Decorum's, I guess it would be his knee, because it's probably about as high as I am, and say, I think he's here.
Wait!
No,
Okay,
I think
should I drink
you're
it?
all forgetting something, and that was that Hephe wanted to talk to him first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hephe is dead. And now we're gonna avenge them. Everybody in position.
I mean, we can
I
still
want to talk to
to
this
him
person
first.
to ensure it's not Chody. That's what I want to make sure. Because if this is just some random other centaur, we're not going to go and murder him. I want
That would be funny. That would be
I
a
mean,
great
it could
story.
be Hefe's
Very
dad,
much
right?
not be funny.
It could be a lot of people. You're right. There's an entire clan of centaurs. It could be one of them that came down here to try and help us, for all I
Those
know.
backwater
You-
swamp people.
I'm also going to ask, I forget, does healing spells, that make the bubble go pop?
Do which spells?
Healing spells?
I don't know. We've not
read-
tried
read
it, I'll
the
be honest
text.
with you. Well, I thought this
Okay,
was
I
in
just got
character. My
kind-
apologies.
Oh, okay.
It is in character. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just okay, I just got a little beat up after that last fight, so I'm concerned.
No, as long as it doesn't extend through the dome, you'll be fine.
Thank you, Galrok. You have my apologies. As if it wasn't already very clear, I'm relatively new to the learning of the magics.
Yes, you seem to be a ritual caster, but not innately magic, it seems.
I mean, I do have this greater healing potion. I mean, what do you think's better?
I can do a little
I want to be
prayer.
prepped for this regardless.
A
can
quick
do a
little
little
prayer,
prayer.
maybe.
Can you just touch him? Make him a little bit better?
That's what he's referencing, I think.
I can give him a back rub.
I mean, we have multiple minor healers here. That's like I got a potion, but you know. Are
As
we
you're
ready for
saying
this?
that,
We're ready as we can be, I think.
Why
the
not?
clopping stops as you see arriving.
Wait.
He's sent out. He's wearing looks to be plate armor, and he's wearing this. He's carrying this staff with this big red crystal on it.
That looks like a toady.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Fairly
Toady-like.
chode. He looks fairly. How do you say it's? Kind of happy almost in his eyes.
jovial.
And he jovial, thank you. And he kind of like brightens up when he sees the group of you. He says, "Oh, hey there! Are any of you
Howdy.
wizards?
I'm a wizard.
Did you hear my? I've been waiting for so long for someone to come here and help me with it. These spirits, man, they are just the death of. Well, not literally, but they are close to literally a couple of times the death of me.
Oh, was that you that left the message?
Yeah, it was me.
What's your
What's
name?
your name?
Oh, my name's Jody.
Insight?
I'm from the.
Can I insight that?
Yeah, Azri would like to as
Fuck
well.
off.
Hey, my
Give me
apologies.
one
I clicked without
second
hearing
as
a
he-
answer.
Oh, yeah, you could. He seems to be speaking the truth, but give me 1 second. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I think the characters are about to make a murder horrible mistake, but we'll see.
I am from the Flame of Revival clan. You don't really seem like clan folk.
The Flame of
Except
Revival
for
clan?
you, I think. And as he points at Teak.
At me?
Yep. Your gnome.
Is Teak the enemy?
Have you heard of the Silver Blossom clan?
Yeah, we have a little bit of history with them. You just recognize the gnome guys.
What kind of history?
In my opinion, probably a history of misunderstanding. But it seems like they are kind of set on a different view.
You said
You
you're
mean-
Flame Revival clan?
But I have at the moment good friends with the to be leader of the Silver Blossom clan, and I think when he gets here, the two of us can hash this out, and our clan's gonna be best of friends.
Really? Can you tell me more about your clan, the Flame of Revival? What's that about? How long have you been a member?
Well, I've been a member my whole life, but well, I have to start maybe with why I'm here, even.
Oh,
Because-
no, he's got a monologue.
It's okay.
You see, the Flame of Revival actually lived like ways away on the other side of everything. But then there came these evil spirits or whatever, something, and they made him go completely insane and like drove him away, drove him to anger, and then locked him up. But I found a way to restore him, and I did that, but he's still locked up, and so I need Hephe, that's the leader of the Silver Blossom clan, to help me free him.
And why would Hephe help free something that he believes is not meant to be freed?
Well, that's why I need to talk with him to explain how it's misunderstanding. The Silver Blossom clan only knows the crazy version of the Flame of Revival, which I think they called the Ravaging Flame. But I can show him that there is like the real Flame of Revival, who like protects people and helps spirits that are forced against their will to revive and become something new.
Quick
Question for you.
Do you
Oh.
know
Fluke's
something
actually
called?
looking just like that. Actually, kind of tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know something called like the Redfall Water? Something along those lines?
I haven't heard of that, I think.
Okay.
But
No evil associations with water.
I don't have any evil associated with water, I think.
What
Well,
was
they can
Porcelain
be
gonna ask?
quite treacherous if you get too deep in the seas, but that's an old other story.
Do you know anything about the cycle of rebirth with the flame spirits that happens every 100 years or so?
Well, yeah, that's what they were trying. I'm not sure actually. I think that's my personal theory, is that the spirits somehow wanted everything to burn, so they drove this reviving flame insane, so he could stop doing the revival thing and then just have everything burn. That's my theory.
Do you have anything more like concrete or with books or any kind of history or anything?
I
Because
mean-
that's why I'm down here. Is I'm trying to figure out about the cycle of rebirth with fire, and if that's what you're interested in, you kind of got my interest. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a wizard, so you need my help. I think we can help each other out right now.
I mean, if we go upstairs, I have a lot of books. They're written by my clan members from like before.
Oh, books? You say? Can you show me?
Hold on,
Yeah.
one moment.
Do I
One
have
moment, Galrok.
telling us the whole truth?
Yeah.
Sorry, but-
Where are Hefe's parents? And Asri will just ask that outright since Galrok just started running forward.
Fair.
Make an insight check.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh wait, am I still? No, I'm not.
Hey man, I'm sorry. He's got the things that I want to know.
Yes, but I didn't imagine when you get told by someone's untrustworthy, you just start charging forward into him just because they had the books. I was incorrect about your character's level of
I have
want
flaws.
for those books. Yeah. Hey, I learned.
He had like wizard knowledge
Oh,
rule.
oops, sorry, I forgot
Yes.
to do
The whole reason I came down here, I'm
There it is.
suffering all of his
Holy
terrible
shit.
things.
Those are
Let's
two
keep
natural
the
ones for a
freedom.
halfling.
the. Yep.
Yeah.
With the 11, you do notice that he goes quiet for quite a short moment when at the mention of Hefe's parents. Teak, as you look over him, you can see like a bit of sadness going over his face. As he says, well, and actually, now I have to look up Hefe's backstory for the names of his parents.
DM, sorry.
but
Maybe
that's,
it fell away in the general chatter, but my question actually was, do I think this person is telling the whole truth? I thought I was rolling for
Oh, okay.
the answer to that.
Yeah,
question.
still with 22. He seems not to...
General chatter.
how do I
I
say?
like it.
He doesn't know how much you guys know, as it were. And... He seems to be kind of like adjusting the way he talks about things based on what he understands that you know. So he first tried to kind of like gloss over a couple things, but then now he's realizing, for example, the fire thing, that Galrok is very interested in that, so he is talking more, like goes more into detail about what he knows about that as well. But it's not necessarily that he's hiding things, he's just kind of, he doesn't know what you know or want to hear of him.
He's trying to tell us only the stuff that we really need to know, basically.
Yeah. And at your question, Ezra, he responds, well, Mira, it's a real sad story, honestly. So when I told Kozum and Mira that what was happening, Kozum just still doesn't believe me. Mira, I think she did, but she thought like there's probably other solutions, and she like riled up a whole crew of the people who I came here down with, and they went down, and I haven't seen them since. gonna be honest, everyone who goes down these stairs over there and there, they don't reappear.
We did.
I highly recommend. Wait, did you see her? Did you
No.
find a? He goes quiet and they probably suffered the same fate.
As she's got her sword out, she's just kind of like, she takes a step forward to stand next to Decorum, and then like another kind of towards him.
Are you still in the bubble?
At this point, no, the bubble popped, I think.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
how
yeah,
long? How large is the
Galrok
bubble?
went outside.
The bubble lasts for 8 hours, doesn't it? Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
can't.
No,
you can't
it's a
go out.
10-foot
but-
radius, so I'd be on the edge of the bubble.
10-foot radius. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you need to be out of it because otherwise he couldn't hear. He could hear us. Because
No,
we
it's
just-
not true.
Yeah, he can hear us.
Yeah.
And oh yeah.
And
No one can notice this in the first
goes
place.
him. I tried to make him as comfortable as possible, but I did have to lock him up, sort of. So he started like protesting, not trying to eat. So I have to force him to eat. But he should be comfortable. After the last couple of days, he started eating again suddenly. So that's good. He seems to. I think he's accepting me a little bit more.
Now, you've told us about the spirit of your clan. What of the spirit of the Silver Blossom clan?
Well, listen, I'm gonna ask you not to judge me because I'm really just like going further with plans from my parents and their parents and their parents and etc. But like they poisoned her in the same way that the healing flame was poisoned, in hopes of like forcing a truce.
Who? Your parents
I don't
poisoned
like it.
the spirit lady?
Hmm?
Your parents poisoned the spirit?
My granddad, to be specific.
And you knew.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
And you didn't tell anyone.
Well, I protested.
And
everyone,
you sent
but
Hephe on some wild trek to solve something you knew what was happening.
I need time to prepare and find a way do this without him getting hurt. And like going on a journey like is good for you.
Well, guess what? He got hurt. And I'm gonna stop for a second as I'm shaking.
Yes, very well, Echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hear a pin drop right now, just like
Yeah.
Looks
Well,
like
I
we
mean,
will
come on,
step
come on,
out
guys.
and the stone will pop.
He's been pretty honest and forthcoming so far. It doesn't seem like such a bad lad.
He sent Hephe to his death.
I mean, did he know that Hephe was gonna die?
You send someone on a cost
What happened to Hephe?
Apparently he died down here. Something.
No,
Most likely the same thing that's going to happen to you.
Whoa, we don't need to be making threats towards the guy that could help me. Let's listen to him first and hear everything sounds pretty reasonable so far. He's just trying to do what his clan wanted him to do. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't have any say in the matter. He tried to
Galrok.
stop it.
Galrok,
Yeah?
I'm being selfish.
I mean, so are you?
Yeah, I know, and I'm a dick.
you know what devils say often sound pretty reasonable. You know, you're afraid of them.
He's not a devil. He's a centaur.
I'm no devil.
You don't have to be have infernal blood to be devilish.
I think that might be technically the requirement, actually.
Galrok,
Yes?
I don't ask you to join in on this fight, but I ask that you don't get in the way.
Listen, there doesn't need to be any fighting. We can work towards a peaceful resolution. Isn't that what your Hephe friend would want anyway? Something peaceful? Didn't you just say that he wanted to talk to him first before all this happened? Yeah, I think you're being kind of presumptuous.
We've spoken with him.
Talk.
He is
Yes,
charity.
Hephe wanted to save everyone. I say looking directly at him, and he went on a fool's errand to do it.
Cody,
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
do you know how to get rid of the poison?
Oh yeah, I need Hephe for that.
Why?
Do the ritual.
Why
What kind
should
of
we trust
ritual?
you? You've been lying this whole time to him.
Sounds like he's been telling the truth this whole
I
time.
haven't.
Yeah.
To Hephe.
It's a
Really?
lie
'Cause-
by omission.
The thing that we understand is that you were the interim leader of the Silver Blossom clan. So that means you spied on Hephe, and you were kind of a double agent on that note. And don't get me wrong, I'm not judging for that. I'm just saying you don't have a right to say that you were honest with Hephe.
I mean, I might not have been like perfectly honest, but I have done my best to teach him right and make sure he was ready for his journey. And in a couple of months, he's gonna come back, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna save both our gods.
Hephe is dead.
No,
And
Hephe is dead.
No more Hephe.
Is that the part you're not getting?
Hephe is trapped down here, dead.
That makes it more
Perfectly
confusing.
clear.
First, get to the Hephe is dead part. You get that.
I mean, but he isn't. He shouldn't be arriving. For like
Unless,
a
of course,
long
we're
time.
teleported. Of course, you know. We come in
So-
here and you tell us that Hefe's mother is dead, and you say that it's because she came down here. I can't say I fully believe that. Where's Hefe's father?
Upstairs.
Well, perhaps we
Yeah.
could talk to him before, we make any sudden judgments or rash decisions that can't be undone, especially the violent kind.
Jody, can somebody outside of Hephe perform the ritual?
The new Hephe, I guess.
Who's the new Hephe?
How old do you have to be able to do this ritual?
Need to know quite a bit of magic actually. So, but the new Hephe would have to be chosen, and then we have to
Okay,
raise him and
who chooses the new Hephe?
full of health.
Where is she?
You mean the poisoned god that is all but dead now? That pool of
Yeah, it's
health.
not gonna work anymore.
Where's the bit of her you stole?
Oh, I didn't. I just said because I didn't actually want to take anything, but my family insisted I would, so I pretended I did.
Where's the closest source of this pool?
I mean,
plan.
we know the answer to that.
Now we're going back.
With the shocks. That's the best we
Jody.
can guess. That
Can
or
we
above
send him
ground.
down? Can we send him down?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, what is a good idea?
I don't think there's any good ideas to have, save ending him.
How can we talk to Kozum first?
We can talk to him. That's for sure.
Take us to him.
Now. And she's gonna sheath her sword and pull out her bow.
All right. And he starts walking up to these stairs. I'll put you up there.
As we will connect with Decorum and say, once we have Kozum, we can try to get out of here, but give me the word and I will back you up on ending this man.
Don't you know? You
I'm
never
just gonna
skip a
look.
party.
I'm just gonna look angry at you because I can't respond.
Wait, why can't he respond?
Yeah,
I mean, can you do this? Oh, I thought you can't. I was
yeah
thinking of
the
message.
psychic talk is
I'm
two
thinking-
ways.
Yeah, I was thinking of message.
Yeah.
Still gonna look angry because of God, but just angry at me. No.
That'd be
as
fascinating
we
for
just
Ralgo.
hears back, bro, no, she knows I can't talk back.
Honestly, I don't agree with Galrok, but it seems killing such a dum-dum feels bad. You know?
Not as
kinda
fun
looks
now that I
down.
know he's stupid.
Exactly.
And says, no, I don't think he's as stupid as he's letting on, but I do believe he's told a modicum of truth here. That's why I haven't immediately killed him.
You guys, there are multiple ways of getting justice.
Yeah.
Yes, there are.
Saying
Teak.
this out
Take
loud
your
'cause
voice
she
of
can't-
reason,
she can't hear
Teak.
it.
Maybe we should just call this guy out towards the rest of Hefe's clan and let them deal with it in the way they want to.
While that's a logical choice, and I'm assuming she says this out loud because me and Decorm were in our heads.
Yep.
But she's going to say, "You're not necessarily wrong. That doesn't really make me feel better. I'll be honest with you, but I guess that's something I may be able to get over."
It's a perfectly fine coward's choice.
Perfectly fine. What?
Coward's choice.
Coward's choice.
I like the choice that makes everybody live and be able to tell me what I need to know.
Well, I like that.
He doesn't
Hephe
have to
died.
live to tell you what you need to know if he's got books.
That's true. But to me, it sounds like the guy we should really try to kill is not him, but his granddad.
Yeah, what
Who's
he said.
probably
He died a
already
long time
dead.
ago. At this point, you're talking out loud,
Yep.
right?
But not too loudly. I mean, but I don't know how high is passive.
You can't tell a dwarf to be quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't tell a dwarf to be quiet.
No one healed Fluke, so I think he's gonna drink his greater.
So says the wizard.
Hey,
that he
shit
was
goes
spending
really
most of his time in the
sideways.
library.
I mean, I don't have any healing things. I'm sorry, Fluke.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Question?
He was asking the healers.
We could take a short rest while we talk things over. Share a bit of bread and some meat.
We
Yeah,
are
that
actually
might
pretty
not
much
happen
due
now.
for a short rest.
I mean, Asri is at full everything, so
Goes Teak, but I mean, if you guys want to,
yeah. It's
I'm
probably
talking
not a bad
about Decorm or for
She could
health.
cast a couple spells, right?
idea. It's her flash of genius that could get. I don't know if that's short rest or long rest though.
Flash of Genius doesn't get you your spells back.
Yeah, flash of genius was what was used up of your things, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, and also a couple of spells. Yeah.
Not full, but you're not.
No, but I'm not gonna get those
Basically,
back
Fluke's
with a
just
short rest.
hurts, and the thing he's
Yeah.
missing out on mostly is sword charges, which isn't long rest dependent, it's dawn dependent.
I could get another. I could get
Hard to
another
tell,
third level
man.
spell. I get a third level spell back.
Hey, I'm not against doing a short rest while we quote unquote talk to him.
Fair.
So- As Jody leads you through upstairs, and the rooms are kind of like away from the rest of the area where you were before, and it gets a lot wider the ways, and it kind of starts feeling almost like sort of a street where you're walking to. As he walks you to this kind of in the earth dug house, and he kind of knocks on the door and says, "Hey, Kozim, I brought some people for you. They say they want to talk with you." There's no response. And as there's no response, he slowly opens the door, and you enter this clearly not made for a centaur, but still fairly luxurious house. It seems everything seems more like made for dwarves, as it were. So everyone higher, taller than Galrok kind of has to lower themselves a little bit, and you see in the back this centaur looks remarkably like an older Hephe.
Yeah.
And he looks at you kind of confused. You can see that he has kind of made this sort of space fairly comfortable for himself, as it were. He, you can see of him that he hasn't been eating well for like a long time. But other than that, he seems to be in relatively good health.
I will ask him outright. Oh my god, have they been starving you?
And he remains silent for a moment, and then Jody says, "Tell him the truth."
I look over at Chody like we are not talking to you.
Yeah, is he
Kozum
on the
says-
outside? Can I close the door on him?
I wouldn't
No,
do that. He could lock us in.
You're right.
I get these tools,
And-
so can he really?
I'll say to Chody, perhaps we should let them talk to Kozum by themselves.
The books you wanted are like at the top floor here in this
Yeah,
building.
can you show me the way?
Sure, I'll show
Rude.
you, and he kind of has to like duck a lot, and as he moves up the stairs, but like 2 floors up there's this entire library of you notice that there are like these very old tomes, and then but instead he kind of like brings you over to these like hastily scribbled notes and things of his family. But as they are going upstairs, Kozum says, "Well, I didn't know how to. What else to do? Here I was dead, and Hephe was gonna get tricked. I couldn't do anything here, so I just refused to eat for a long time. But then he started doing his magic stuff and forcing me to eat."
Is he like chained up in here, or any rope or anything?
He isn't chained up, but all the walls are made of stone, and the door was very heavily like locked and barred.
But it's still currently open, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty. She's going to try and connect with Decorm and say, "We need to get him out of here."
Are you ready to go?
Wait,
We can take you back to the
what?
Silver Blossom clan.
The clan needs a new leader. Get the fuck. Ah!
Yeah, the second you
What?
say that, Azri's face just just scrunches
what do you
up.
mean?
I close my eyes.
Azri's face is just scrunched.
I'm just gonna look at everybody like, do I have to say it? Do I have to say it? Do I have to say it?
Azri's eyes, yeah, well, Azri and Porcelain are closed eyes right now, scrunched.
Ah, fuck. Sorry, my name is Decorm of Rubel, a good friend of your late son Hephe, who
Sort of.
unfortunately perished not too far from here.
He was trying to stop stop Chody. And
Fine,
this
too.
place,
I know that he told me. You see him kind of like his hands start shaking, and at one point he kind of just lets himself sort of fall over. And no, but also Hephe. I couldn't bury Mira. But also Hephe.
we need to get you out of
There's-
here, Kozum.
We feel Jody is at least one, in a form, responsible. And
Well, hell yeah, he's responsible. You can kind of see him like look around, see if he has something to hit Jody with.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna give him my warhammer. Get this.
Jody, come down here!
Okay,
Jody,
let's
come
do this.
down here. Let's go. It's go time.
It's go
Yeah,
time.
Asri's got her sword out. Let's go.
Okay.
He gets puffed the non-magical warhammer.
Let's go.
Gonna take a bit for him to come, so you can position yourselves in a way. I didn't have a map prepared for
Blank white map.
this room.
Blank
So-
white map.
So has there been a short rest for both my spell slot and
Has not been a short
Okay.
I thought not.
making sure?
Luke still
that's
doesn't feel
wrong.
good about this. I feel like we're dooming both plans at this. For
Their problem.
revenge.
It's their problem.
I'm
Asri
gonna use
doesn't feel
Hefe's
good about
token
it.
for.
Gotta feel good
Please don't make me fight you guys.
And then
Yeah,
simply
hey,
don't
Rax.
interact, Galrok.
Hey, Ragla, how does it feel to be the only one not part of your own revenge train?
I know. It's terrible. I respect what's going on, but Galrok gets this knowledge.
You can get the books while we kill him.
Insider knowledge might help. He has an entire clan of people, apparently. We can go. If I have him, we can go there and find out more knowledge.
You're right.
Technically,
Also,
people who were
This
We
is
still
also
have no
literally
idea
my
to
quest. Literally
Kind of,
my
maybe.
quest.
We also have no way how to get out of here. So that's not gonna stop Decorm, but it might stop Cherry.
Jody got down here somehow. He might know the way out.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? We have a
Oh.
water walk. We can get the fuck out of here.
All I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
is
it's filled with char.
No, we don't. We have water breathing. We don't have water walk.
Oh, you're right. We don't have water walk. I do water breathing. You're right.
And there's sharks still, which water walk,
Yeah.
as we've seen, will not stop.
don't you
I
know?
still need a
Please don't kill
flute.
Jody.
We gotta kill Chody. It's already in the. Here's my question: should we do our 15-minute bio break now?
Please.
Oh yeah, shit! I was completely forgetting about that. That's a good idea.
I was saying to him earlier, I do hope his character lives, but there is nothing more D&D than saying, yeah, my second character died because he wouldn't get on the revenge train of my first character.
That is a pretty
Yeah.
D&D statement.
I appreciate the situations that we put ourselves in.
Really just take the books. You can join us.
No,
Come,
it's fine.
Well,
It's fine.
Galrok, don't choose the wrong side.
No, I'm not choosing sides. I'm choosing neutrality.
Galrok,
I'm choosing neutrality. I want to talk, and I want to talk things out. I have a
From my
personality
point
trait.
of view, the Jedi are evil.
death,
I have a personality trait that says that I kind of broke a little bit when snapping at Decorm, but fuck Abashi.
Are you back or?
I think we're all back.
Is Baffle here?
I am.
Okay.
Cool. Everyone heard.
In that
Okay.
case,
Well, hi, stream. We're all back now.
Hi, stream. So, well, everyone downstairs can like put themselves at the ready for their attack. The stairs like end here.
Okay.
Okay.
And while you do that, I want Galrok to make a perception check while he is with Jody.
Well, can I do my scene first while they're having their talk?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at Jody and I'm saying, thank you for showing me this. Now my concern is that they're gonna be coming up here now and trying to kill you, and I'm assuming you don't want that to happen, right?
I mean, no, I still have a lot to do.
Oh, okay, so can you just like give me 10 minutes and just trust me?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh. You deserve it.
Love is so mean.
No, I'm sure you mean well, but I don't like I've had some like weird magics cast upon me, and they all do kind of like things I don't want to happen, and so I appreciate the sentiment, but
Okay, what if I say I'm not casting a spell on you, just kind of in the general area? I'm gonna start casting Private Sanctum to incorporate the entire area that we're in, this entire room.
Okay, well, I give you a moment to do that. I'll go downstairs and see how Kozum's doing.
You kind of have to stay in here because once it's cast, you can't come back in.
No, I've been here many times. I can easily come in and out. That's
No,
no problem.
That's
I know
how
it's a bit small,
that's how the spell
but
works. That's exactly how the spell works.
I
It
just
doesn't
said
let anybody in or out.
preferably
So
not
that,
a
that
spell
way
that.
they can't kill you or me in the process.
Listen, you stay here with your books. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay. Chody wants to die. This is fine. I tried, guys. I fucking tried. But if he wants to die, I know.
That's how you're standing?
Meanwhile, there.
I'm not
I
gonna
would
cast
like
a spell
to
then.
cast Shield of Fate on Kozem.
Okay.
After Esme tells me to.
Smart.
Ralgo, would you like to play Kozum for this combat? Just so you're
Sure.
not doing nothing.
That's fine, because I'm gonna be upstairs reading the books.
As we murk the shit out of this guy.
Which is... But hold on. I might be putting myself in a situation where I'm still fighting you guys, because I really don't want Kozum to die, because he could have knowledge and, lead me to the other clan that might know more things. I'm gonna follow him down the stairs.
Okay.
Let's go! PvP!
Not what I want. But it's what
Then
needs
don't
to happen.
do it!
You know-
You don't understand,
I expected us to have a long rest and go fight an ambushee.
Roger,
I expected things to.
Ralgo, are you having fun?
yeah, mate, a little bit.
Then you
I
make
guess
the
you
right
could
call.
call it fun. It's certainly exciting.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It's distressing to say, but listen, guys, just because I have a Backstreet's back fever does not mean that somebody has to die.
Oh.
Hey. Yeah,
Okay.
you got your tickets to the Backstreet Boys concert. Now you're gonna go see it.
I already saw
Oh
it.
my
I'm
God.
still recovering.
What did you want to say before he gets there?
Shots back. All right.
No, and actually,
Okay.
Kozum would have been standing close at least, because he wants to give the smack with the Warhammer. That was his whole thing.
Oh, that's good, because I'm mostly speaking to him. And now, as things have escalated, firstly, nothing can compare to what you've lost, and I'm terribly sorry. There is no measure. And I agree that Chody deserves consequence of all his actions.
I feel a
But-
butt coming.
Yes, but I know I didn't know your son nearly as much as the rest of everyone here. But I believed in him. And I believed in Pool of Health. And I, knowing what I know, seeing what I've seen, can shake that there's something more to this than we all know. And I feel that while Chody deserves every consequence, we have to be sure that punishing him will not make Hephe pay. There may,
I mean, what's there left to pay? He disappeared into the void, like all of them.
there's something.
My current vote is we bring him back from the brink of death and just take all his things away. Then he's not a threat.
I kind of look down at Fluke like, not now. And I
Okay,
say
that's rational compared to what's going on.
that's what I mean. Is I feel that there may be some way. I don't know. You're right. I'd have no evidence, but I can't shake the feeling there may be something for life to find a way, as you say.
I mean, yeah, but Jody did all this.
And if
So
there
he's not
is
gonna help stop it.
if there
He's
is
been lying to
truly
the clan
nothing,
for all his life. He's like in his 60s. No, he's not in his 60s, in his 50s.
his 50s.
Would he know the difference?
Jody's younger than Kozum by a few years.
Yeah. But still,
Yeah.
it's a long time to be lying.
And I promise to help you ensure he gets every consequence for every action he's made. I just want to ensure that there is nothing that we can get out of him for the sake of Hephe before you do.
And now he's all on about this flame of his and how it's all unfair and the clan is not treating him right. Like, he burnt down. Like, I'm not like a lore keeper, so you can talk with the rest of the clan, but his spirit did some nasty stuff.
I know, and I
Hephe
know
knew all about that.
he did.
I should have listened to him more.
He learned many things. He wanted to talk to Chody.
But that was before Chody got him killed.
Yes, but that
Correct.
doesn't mean that Hephe was wrong.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
It
Okay.
can't be much
Because-
worse than mine.
You've
It
both
can.
been riling him up and like calming him down at this point, so
Yeah, I'm the only.
And I use my last stroke of genius to add my intelligence to this flash of genius.
how are you helping?
I'm helping her by that's a good question. How am I helping her? Can I help her? Can I help her by also saying something?
Yes.
Sure, of course.
Maybe by saying, with all due respect, sir, it's not Jody that killed Hephe, it was sharks, and I understand that the two things have similarities. You can't blame this man for everything that happened, and he definitely needs to pay for the things he has done wrong, but he hasn't laid a hand personally on Hephe.
Gotta put it out there. Fluke at least said not to kill him.
Well, that's not what Hephe said to me.
I'm gonna make this a group check because at this point Kozim doesn't know, so or like Kozim at this point like really doesn't know what to do or what's happening exactly. So I'd like everyone who's trying to go for the fight first to roll a persuasion check. Who wants this fight?
So
to happen?
everyone who. Okay.
What does mine count as? Because I'm good with the fight, but I just don't want him to be dead by the end of it. Want him
But
to be
do
stripped
you
of
do you
everything.
want Kozim? Do you want this fight to happen?
Fluke's indifferent about the fight. He just doesn't want
Then
Cody to die.
don't make a roll.
The fight's definitely gonna kill the dude. Asri's going
Like-
in there with swords blazing.
Yeah, let's be honest. There is
Well,
no let's
that's
fight
a-
until
we
he's
ha-
down.
We have a decorum.
Who's also in there going murder hobo, crude, great axe, killing spree.
I have a healing
true.
potion and a blackjack.
That's true. Persuasion, right?
Yep.
Do I get the decky bonus?
No, that's on a
No
save.
save throw.
That's
Ah.
neither one was with disadvantage. That's an 8 and a 22.
Well, I wanted to roll with disadvantage because he's like if the father is doubting, then Decorm is also a bit like, well, that's not the fun
Well,
thing.
it's not that he's like he wants to do it, but
Okay.
he has a lot of people now telling him different things. That's what I
Okay.
mean, and he's not in a
22.
good emotional state. And
22 it is.
then Miss Teak and Porcelain were trying to talk him out of it, so both of you also make a persuasion check.
The weirdest PvP
A straight
ever.
one, right?
Right.
Just straight persuasion.
It's the weirdest PvP. All right, we got
God
some match
damn
me.
Yeah. Beat that
Alright.
22. Beat
You guys
that 22.
She can't. She's got negative.
She can nat 20.
You could not try.
I mean, Fluke's good, but
Fluke was indifferent.
Fluke was middle ground.
And that's what indifferent means.
Yep.
Fluke was, let's not murder this man because that might doom the clan.
And you were swiftly heard.
So what
not
did-
heard.
What did Fluke learn today?
Choose a side.
Don't sit on the goddamn fence.
Porcelain?
You gonna roll
Uh,
persuasion?
Oh, I
Twitter.
get to
No,
re-roll?
Twitter.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
like
Wait,
this is
wait,
the seventh. Like the Teak and Porcelain together brought it to a point where it's like I'm just gonna put the two of you.
Oh, fuck.
Let's
So with
go.
5
Decorm is
versus
just still
30.
next.
Yeah, I don't think even Fluke would have saved that. He would have had to roll really high.
You could have gotten a nat 20.
He looks at the mace or at the warhammer handed to Decorm by Decorm and says, "No, I think he is only going to do more damage and more tricks like he's been doing. We need to stop
Fair.
this man like right now."
You're a very wise man.
This is not what Hephe wanted.
Can I try to use my mage hand to remove the weapon from his hands?
I think it's 10 pounds, more than 10 pounds, so probably
See-
Yeah,
not.
the weapon is too heavy to.
Is that weapon more than 10 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Warhammer.
warhammer.
Okay. Worth a
Uh,
shot. Worth a shot.
Well,
So
Where's the shot?
I'd like all of you to roll initiative and to just see how your surprise round goes, because Jody definitely doesn't think you're gonna attack him.
Wait, a warhammer only weighs 2
That just
pounds.
makes me feel worse.
A warhammer only weighs 2 pounds.
oh,
That,
what?
Right.
That doesn't sound right.
That sounds very weird to me.
That's what roll 20 says.
Yeah.
Well, roll 20 is weird.
It's in the book.
Hammer.
You
Yeah,
telling
it's in
me
the
that-
book.
Wait.
Yeah, it's in the book.
Wait, what just happened?
My armor.
Like a short sword weighs 2 pounds.
Yep, it's 2 pounds. Mage hand can pick it up.
Question is, would it catch him by surprise?
Why is that so? What's
And
the
I mean-
10-pound weapon then?
If we're going this road, also look up how much a great axe weighs. Oh wait, I can't give the great
Ah.
axe away.
A great axe weighs 7 pounds.
Fuck off.
So
Because it's a heavy
Great
weapon.
club?
I would still
Mauls are
say
10 pounds.
I would still say because he's holding this warhammer. So, like, if you want to get into a tug of war with him with your mage hand, you can. But it's not like you can just pick it away from him.
Sorry? Do it. Tug of war. Tug of war.
Yeah, sure. Let's try it.
Yeah, Lady Licky wouldn't have fit through the door, Jerry.
I clicked the wrong token, so mine should be the 19.
Okay. And Lady Licky was 11.
So we're fighting him
Oh,
stairs
okay.
because Chody went down to go meet Kozum while they were going up to go meet us.
What?
No, you were waiting for him to come back, right?
No, Kozum. You said that Chody went down to go check on Kozum because I told
Yeah.
him to wait. I rolled a 4 on my persuasion. He said, "Nah, he's going back down," and I decided to follow him. So I think we're fighting on stairs.
Yeah, but they were waiting for Kozim to get downstairs and then attack him.
Oh, I thought they were going up. Never mind.
Nope.
Then I guess I'm right behind him.
We're waiting for the Wampa Wampa.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
My initiative so low.
Okay.
Bye, guys. It's wonderful knowing you.
So,
He's a
what are
great
you gonna play for your next character?
I don't know.
I didn't even get the
So
fucking.
mean,
oh,
finish
Flush, my
the art.
God.
I know.
Hey,
tried.
I heard him say that first while I was eating lunch on our break real quick, okay? So this is all making a joke at what he said. Call me mean?
Well, I wasn't there for that, and it sounds like you're talking
heads,
to him.
please prevail. Why? Oh, Hefe's Cosm. Okay.
Yeah, that face goes. Yeah. Okay. Porcelain, you see Chody coming down the stairs. You see Kozim. He reacts fairly slow. Clearly not a fighter, but
God,
he does seem
why
to be
am I
going for the
first?
attack.
Oh God!
Gotta
why am I
leave this
first?
Just
mob
body
now. What's
block.
Porcelain
Just
gonna
body
do?
block. It's fine. Just say we're not fighting. Just put your foot down. You can do it. It's fine.
Don't get between Asri and her prey.
Do it. Get between Asri and her play.
After I don't go murder hobo.
How did it end up like this?
It was only a kiss. Teak, you gotta select your character first before you roll initiative.
Yeah, now it works. I thought I had it selected, but
Maybe it
was
just
drawing
hates
on
you.
the map.
Feel like this is not court-approved therapy right now.
No.
Oh
Then
God, this is horrible.
And I need to be on you again.
Nah, I'll be honest.
And you
have
gotta
one.
choose Chody to roll initiative too, I think, or you're not doing that
It's
until
after the surprise round.
Okay.
This,
Want to see
this
who
was
goes first?
DM. Just to be fair, this was rule number 3. So
Oh, you're 12. But
Um,
that doesn't change your order initiative.
nah, but
It was
Okay.
a point 15 all 3 times. That's weird, right?
No, it's
No,
called a
That's your
tiebreaker.
modifier.
It's your deck score.
Yeah, but that just means
Yeah,
that he
it's
rolls
not. It's
like...
not a tiebreaker. It's a deck store.
So it acts as a tiebreaker because if someone else rolls a 12 and have a lower deck score, and then
Not
it
a
would
random
do that.
tiebreaker, let me reiterate on that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
not
it,
random.
it based... Okay.
It just.
Wait, I forgot, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
We talk to you about this every
Porcelain.
damn time, and you continually ignore it. It's fine.
Porcelain, you're up. What you do? Kozim is going for the attack.
Oh,
Don't do it.
I'm gonna be honest, friends. I'm gonna have to fucking roll for this one. This is a dilemma.
Yeah, it's hard.
So
being
11 and
topical.
above, and then
Well, that was a 2. So, no, I do not step in the way of this man getting revenge for his son, but I do not help.
Thank
Okay.
you for that.
Then, unless you want 2 more,
Nope.
then Decorm.
Alright, Decorm is gonna try thing. He's gonna just grab his axe, take a step forward, and say, Jody, we are here to deliver divine justice over your negligence that led to the death of Hephe, and I'm gonna swing at it.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Yeah, that's Decorum.
Creepy big ass. Creepy big axe.
17
That
hit.
doesn't hit. You hit him on his armor, and it makes a good chunk, and you see like part of his armor like fold in on itself out of the force, and he kind of like is pushed back a little bit, but he isn't bleeding or anything.
Does he have a shield?
Luckily, I've got a second one.
Does he have a shield?
He does not have a shield.
Hits.
24 does hit.
Okay, I'm gonna put a divine smite into this.
Well, as you pull back and go for a second strike, you're aiming for his arm, I'm gonna say. And as you do so, from the shadow on the staircase, a creature suddenly jumps out and takes the hit for Jody.
Well,
And,
that's good. That's good. Now we know he is evil.
What kind of creature?
As an Abashi, like Abashi jumps from it and takes the hit.
Oh, and just like that, I hate this guy.
Yeah, Asri's like, told you, Galrok.
Roll your damage against the Abashi.
Is the Abishi a fiend or undead?
It is a fiend.
I did a second level. I should have said that, but that's I also did it in the sheet. Please trust me on that.
You did say you were
I
doing
I
this
trust you on
smite,
that. Yeah.
Ooh, not so good on the damage. But let's see for the smite.
Decently better on the
Okay.
play.
And now I'm gonna have to open so many character sheets.
You've done this to yourself.
Yeah,
You
I do
could
that.
just let us kill him.
Porcelain. Now, if this becomes TPK because you wasted your turn, I respect it.
Amazing. Yeah, I would respect
I
the hell out of
respect
that.
I really wish I drunk.
But I am gonna call you Ashley Bird for the rest of your life.
I mean,
okay.
we'll all be here
What
together.
type of damage is the smite? It's radiant, right? Okay. So no, that is the. Why does it have a? Okay, he's being dumb. 21 points of damage to the Abashi. You feel kind of like bones break as it jumps in front of it, but it has protected its quarry.
And just in my turn, I want to regulate, like, I have the skills of Bay of Mood on fire, so everybody within 10 feet of me has resistance to fire damage, which might be relevant. I wanted to remind you guys to that.
It is dope. Thank you.
Then I'll... Yeah, the Shield of Fate is on the father, that's good, so I'll end my turn.
Okay, Fluke, your turn. To say for
Okay,
you.
so question.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna say for you, Galrok, that for you you are also still surprised by this surprise round. Okay.
Okay,
Then
so I'm gonna ask if I just wiggled over here, which I mean I'm tiny kobold and it's all big people over that hard. Would I still be able to hit the Abashi if I was in?
I'm gonna say from the Abashi you can't. There's like the stairs that you need to jump up between Chody and Decorm as it were. That's like a little bit too much. Because technically the Abashi would be like if I make him would kind of be like sitting over there. So you'd have to kind of like jump in between the two of them.
I gotcha. Well, given what we're looking at, oh god, I hate this. I really want to cast Booming Blade on him, but I can't. Well, I can still throw a thing at him, if nothing else. You know what, screw it, I'll throw a pack tactic dart at him. I don't know what better to do right now.
Okay. Roll it.
Oh. You know what? No, I'm gonna throw my dagger at him though, because he probably has resistance.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my dagger at him. One of my daggers.
$21 does hit.
Bless you. Thank you.
Oh, ignore the thunder.
Okay.
Why is that on the flat? I guess I assumed if I was not doing an offhand with the dagger, I'd also be doing boom.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
7 and then
throwing it now.
Yep.
And 11. So
Yeah, I wasn't using my offhand for the throw, which is unusual, but does happen.
As you throw it, it lands in, or it's about to land in, but another Abashi like jumps in and protects him from that one as well. So you hit Abashi also instead.
I was aiming for the Abashi.
Oh, you were aiming for. Oh, sorry, I thought you were aiming for Chody. In that case, the Abashi just takes that. Then, well, now you know he's another ally. 18. That's that. Cool. The Abashi is looking bad.
Hurrah!
Can I get a free action during my turn just to say something? Or no?
You can say something.
Okay. So I'll wait until Fluke's turn's over then.
Yeah, I guess I'll probably just move a little more and just get positioned and figure out how we're gonna do this fight on the stairs, and I'll be good for now.
Okay. Galrok, what did you want to say?
I'm gonna shout at Chody. Chody, why the fuck are you working with those blasted Abashi? That's it.
I'm gonna also roll initiative for him just to see when his response is gonna be. Yep. 18, so he can't respond until it's actually his turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, I am doing it wrong. He should be.
Question is, are you going to do nothing this turn or fuck up the Abashi?
No, he doesn't have an actual turn.
Shody yet.
He doesn't have an actual
No,
turn.
no, I'm
Galrok.
okay,
Oh,
Doesn't
only
have
had
an
a free action.
Okay.
I'm still surprised by this.
He's surprised too. Even though this really isn't all that surprising.
No, but
Hammer's
also with the Abashi suddenly appearing in front of him, that is a lot happening at
That's
once
even
as
more
well.
surprising.
Yeah, that is more surprising. You're not wrong.
Guess what? Slumperd saved the day by throwing my grudge. Abashi defending the guy that I was trying to not get killed. Good job, DM. Good job.
Teak, your turn.
Teak's like, guys, no! And then she sees the Abashi. She's like,
Okay, maybe.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
on second hand, and she takes
On
out.
the other hand, these guys are evil.
She takes out like a little. It looks like a sort of a a monkey kind of thing with like the discs in his hand, and she just winds up the backside of it, and then she throws it. Try to throw it exactly over there. And the moment the monkey lands, it starts banging, and it just explodes in a lot of sound. And I'm basically using shatter. Here we go.
Oh, thanks for that AoE spell.
Just everybody needs to roll that save then, though.
Nope, it's a 10-foot radius. Oh, radius sphere.
Yeah.
We are within 10 feet.
I thought it was circumference. No, sorry.
I don't-
Teak would have known this.
That's fair.
I reckon.
Yeah.
I read
Okay,
it.
hold on.
I thought it was diameter. I thought I would be okay if I place it right over here.
I mean, you could discombobulate everybody.
Yep. Not gonna do that then. Sorry.
There's also not really space at this point anywhere to like target Shody, but not the rest, as it were.
Not doing this. This hasn't happened in a different parallel universe. At the
Teak
same
fucked up
time.
the math.
Teak does the math and thinks, nah, that's a bad idea. And she puts down her
Monkey.
Fire in her cannon.
Put the monkey
Shoots a
down.
fireball this time.
it puts them on
Better.
You know what Joe Cat says? That magic dildo that you put fireball into.
Yeah, that's basically the magic dildo.
Hey, it's Joe Cat, okay? I am quoting something.
Anyway,
Joe Cat, we're talking about.
she just throws one of her acorns on the ground, and next to her rises the wonderful, the great, the amazing Flanagan the Flamingo. And he's gonna walk a bit in this direction, and his mouth just fires up. I reckon because of all the people standing around it, it's at least a bit of cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that at this point it's 3/4 cover.
Okay.
That's with disadvantage. Yeah. Oh yeah. You have spells.
Yeah,
so.
bitch.
Well
So Flanagan just and just this beam of pure energy just goes, I'll say, in between the legs of Daddy Dum there. And I try to hit our nice pal Jody, which
Alright.
now I need to make the actual roll with Flanagan. Here we go.
24 will hit.
Alright. So
And what I was describing with Fluke earlier, another
Yep,
Abashi
summon the other Abashi.
jumps out and
Summon the Rancor!
takes the hit instead.
Alright, is the Abashi a creature?
It is a creature, yeah.
In that case, it is pushed to up to 5
Okay,
feet
I'm
away.
gonna make a strength saving throw for both him and Chody to see if they stay on their feet, otherwise they fall prone. Because they're in each other's space. Abashi falls. Chody managed to keep standing, but the Abashi falls flat on his back.
Okay. Did roll, but
5 points of damage?
yeah, I rolled very shittily.
What is Wandicorn?
The Wondercorn is because he has the improvement for. It's an artificer thing. You can make an arcane firearm. I think it's called.
Oh, I thought it was like +1 Wandicorn damage. I was like, what the fuck is Wandicorn damage?
Me too.
It's Teak. I mean,
Yeah. He has
fabulous.
become a Wondercorn. There's this one on his forehead, like a unicorn's horn.
I love it.
It's a saving throw, and if you roll a natural one, you turn into a unicorn forever.
Just don't drink
honestly,
my blood.
that might be an improvement. I mean, you do that to a bandit, it's just like, oh god, he's much more powerful now.
Right?
Is that your turn, Teak?
You know what? Is this a door?
That's the door.
Okay, I'll just move my movement up until here so I can look through the door.
Okay, you see Lady Licky wondering what's happening inside.
Okay.
It's sad that she.
Mom and Dad are fighting. Go to your room, Lookie.
All right.
And then it's Ezra's turn.
So, quick question: how tall are the ceilings in this room?
I'd say around 6-ish feet.
6 feet?
So-
Okay.
For
Oh.
the
Yes.
centaurs,
You're
it's
low.
difficult to like they have
Never.
to like keep low a
Gotcha.
little bit.
Cool.
And
Then
Decorm
Hazard's
too, right?
The
Yep.
is 5'8", like, right?
Porcelain is having a hard time. She's 6 foot.
Ah.
She keeps scraping her head against the top of the ceiling.
So Azri's going to try to like kind of walk across the wall to get past everybody, or at least past Chody, and then like kind of next to the Abashi, I guess. She's probably gonna take an opportunity attack at it, but move past him and try to get onto Chody's back like she would with Hephe, and try to attack him from behind with the whatchamacallit, with her longsword end.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, you could walk on the ceiling if you needed to. You
That's
have
basically
that,
what I mean. I just don't know if if it's like on the ground and Abashi has the reach to get me, because that's not a high ceiling, right?
Put you over here. It would take like you're on his back or like at his back. Where
Well, the
Abashi
Abashi's
already used
prone
his
on the
reaction
ground.
to protect Chody, so he can't.
And he's
also-
prone on the ground.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
also. But you can still take reactions if you do that. That's...
Oh, okay. Can I try
Which was
doing
why I was
something like
saying.
that? I don't know.
Okay, so
But,
you're at his back, trying to get on. If you try to get on, I'm gonna ask for an athletics check. Or
Can I argue acrobatics?
yeah, I think that's fair.
Well, no, hold on, wait. If I'm on the ceiling, can I just attack him while I'm like at his head?
You can.
Yeah, never mind. Fuck making a check. I'm just gonna attack.
Okay.
Actually, first I'm going to bonus action hex him. My apologies. Almost forgot. I didn't mean to roll that as a damn. Why is that as spell out? But what? We're gonna go and put that as a spell card and try that again. There you go. And it will be. What do you think, guys? Dexterity, wisdom. What are we hexing?
I mean, what checks? What
It's only
checks would he be
saving throws.
making? He's probably going to. It doesn't work on savings throws. So if he's gonna, well, if you consider, I mean, we might need to restrain him. So strength is usually athletics gets rolled to oppose a lot of stuff. Is my thought.
Yeah, strength doesn't sound like a bad. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you want to do strength.
All right, strength it is.
Okay.
And then now I will attack. Where's my longsword? That's for longsword.
I wonder what Hefe's
Woo!
doing right now.
That
Well.
hits. And for you, the same thing as a
Hey, you
third.
have sneak attack. Oh no, wait, it's longsword. Dang.
On his.
My God!
So it's like, is it part of the wall?
Yeah, they're jumping out of the wall.
You know, I'm asking, like, does it look like half of its bottom half, like at the waist or something, is still part of the wall? My apologies. Let me read.
Yeah, so it comes out like in between you and Chody to kind of just take the hit you're dealing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll that damage then. So that would
was
be
that hex
9
damage?
points of damage. No, that's the 9 point of damage because the two-handed isn't. I never wield it two-handed.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's, yep. And then I do the hex damage. Is the hex damage doubled? I'm gonna ask.
You have hexed Jody, but you've hit the
Abashi,
Oh,
so that doesn't do anything. That's right. Duh. Alrighty. She will attack again. I believe. Wait, does she have multi-attack? I don't believe she does. Never mind.
You should have 5
I
levels
do,
in
extra.
thing, right?
Yeah.
You should have.
Yep. My brain has just been so long since we've done combat, guys.
That's fair.
Unarmored
You don't
strike.
reckon out.
We need to kill the ads.
18 hitting Abashi.
Yeah, but he wasn't part
okay,
of that
you're hitting the
combat.
Abashi? Then yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty,
Okay.
so that's another 8.
Abashi doesn't
And I've
like
already
that.
used my bonus action, so I'm going to... I can't end my turn there, but I can move through with Halfling Nimbleness aside of anything else, so I don't think I want to, so I'm going to stay where I am.
I'm gonna put the Abashi also in the attack order right now. As it is Kozim's turn, I'm gonna... Okay, I can't change that now. Oh, can I? Change the
You
label?
can, I believe in you.
I can't. I can't change the label, unfortunately. So, as Kozim was ready to attack, Jody now has like this demon thing in front of him,
Round.
and he's gonna grab the warhammer with another hand and just raise above his head and just smash. And yeah. That does actually hit.
I hope
Uh,
throw an advantage hits.
Oh, that, yeah, I'm gonna roll again then for the... Okay, no, that wouldn't have hit, so good that the first one. And the Abashi takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And Kozim kind of looks like panicked at all of you. You seem to react, and he is just gonna get ready for another attack, but that is the end of his turn. As it's now the Abashi's turns.
Roll so high.
They do.
Let's see. Let's first do this one who is gonna attack Decorm because Decorm was the one who got in his way. So he is gonna make a claw attack at you. Gonna actually make 2 claw attacks at you. First one is a 15, which I imagine misses. And the second one is an 8. So, Decorm, as you're standing there, the Abashi that was summoned starts clawing at you. But for both of them, you can just... The first one you push away with your shield, the second one hits your armor but doesn't do anything. Then this one is in a bit of a problem because he would want to attack Fluke, but he is a little too far away. So he is gonna attack... I'm gonna roll for Porcelain or Kozim. Let's do that here.
Porcelain.
Thanks, friend.
Hey, one of you is a hardened soldier. One of you isn't. One of you
Right.
probably has more than 20 HP.
Oh, is he down to 20?
I don't know. I assume he's not a fighter because he didn't have a weapon and he's been starved. So I
Yeah,
just
he's
assume that between
malnourished.
you or Kozim. Yeah, between you or
Porcelain.
Kozim, I think you can take that hit.
Yeah.
Porcelain, high or low?
Oh, hi.
Okay, so above a 10, and he attacks you.
Okay.
30. So, 2 claw attacks at Porcelain.
Yep.
And
First one's
yeah, I
natural
know he
2,
has
that
Shield of
misses,
Faith, but
and
like...
Second one, what's his bonus?
Let's be real. Where can I
Is a
take everything down
17.
and let him kill?
Imagine
Misses.
also misses. Yeah. So the second one is like makes it look like it's kind of attacking you, but it's kind of like trying to get you away so it can get to Fluke. As the last one starts attacking Azray.
Let's go.
That is an 18 to hit and a 20 to
Nope.
hit.
The 20 matches.
Okay, so that does hit.
Yep.
It's Azray now, Hephe.
Ah.
Just so you don't note the damage that you... You take 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh boy.
As you punch it, it just claws once at you and kind of like tears some of your skin. And as you pull back, you manage to dodge the second one. As it's Porcelain's turn now.
Well, like everyone else, I also did not sign up for these fucks. So I'm gonna stab this black abashi in front of me. 'Cause
Okay.
that's not good. Pop up. Does a
That will
26
definitely
hit?
hit.
Are these considered flanked in any way?
Huh.
Hard to say. They're
From
kind
where
of in a corner.
Porcelain is, at least.
They all have like an ally in their back, as it were. So I'm gonna say no for now.
And offhand. 12 does not hit.
Well, let's first see what... Okay, no, this is not the very damage one yet. So... 12 misses, yeah. So with your first attack... Don't you have second attack yet?
Yes, yes I do.
So roll that.
Yeah.
Yes I do. Pop up.
16 also hits.
Okay, cool.
Oh, good.
Good. 20. Oh, I did already. So you manage to stab it twice with your rapier as it's trying to get through you, but then as you go for the offhand, it steps back and kind of like tries to find a new opening. As we get to Decorm's turn. Decorm?
Decky. He's deciding which abashi to crush.
Yeah. This one is quite damaged, right?
Yeah, the one on the stairs quite damaged.
Then I'm gonna try and
I
hit
threw a
that one,
dagger out.
finish that one up.
And after Porcelain's done with it, actually this one above you as well.
First,
So,
the
that's
lowest
good.
one. Let's see.
Hut.
Never mind.
That misses you.
Scrape the ceiling.
Put full force behind it, but that makes your movement kind of obvious, and it managed to dodge you, and you make like a big blow on the stairs, and even though it's stone stairs, like a big slap kind of like breaks off. But it has dodged it.
Oh, fuck that. I can do better than that.
Sparks fly everywhere.
I can
That
do
Yes,
definitely
he
better.
can.
That is
And
better,
just,
yes.
I'm gonna do a first level smite into that.
Sure.
That is my kill thing.
Murder
Righteous
time.
fury!
Has been too long. And it is a fiend, right?
Yep.
Boom!
There you
Wow.
go.
With that,
Paladin gonna paladin.
yeah, you take back and you wait for it to try and attack you again, and just punish the hell out of it, and hit it like in its neck, and just cut right through. And at the end of it, like underneath its ribcage, you get out as it's very dead.
I'm gonna grab my axe out of it with sort of the black. I assume it has black blood.
Sure.
And just gonna look with a little bit of a crazy eye, axe in hand, to Jody. And that's where I'll end my turn.
Okay. As it's his turn.
Wants you to know. And he is surrounded by enemy and friend alike.
That's.
He also got a reply to Galrok. That's another question.
Oh yeah, he was, but at this point he's at just slightly too much pressure to really think about talking.
Well, sucks to be him.
Listen, this group of people told me that you were untrustworthy, and now you're summoning Black Abashi.
Sounds untrustworthy.
He is doing that.
Like, you know, I tried giving you a vouch because you didn't do anything untrustworthy until this moment. Now I can't vouch for you.
Well, not
Shame.
even a vouch. Just
Real
like, let's
shame.
hear him out, you know? Let him talk. Let
Yeah.
him speak his piece. Let him help me complete my quest.
You know,
But then Abashi.
He uses
I love-
he takes his wand, his staff, I mean, he pulls it back and holds his hand over it, and like this spark comes off it, and as he releases the spark, it just explodes right in front of him. As I'd like everyone except for Teak to make a dexterity saving throw.
Whew, I'm
Ooh.
glad I have evasion. Regardless, this should hopefully work. Wish I would have cast
Don't
Blast,
forget your
though.
decky bonus.
Oh, yeah, we are close to him, aren't we?
12.
So I'll have a 20 overall.
24, I think I'm good.
So everyone but Porcelain gets above a 20, or 20 or above.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, everyone except for Porcelain makes it. So Fluke takes no damage. Oh, you also all have
Yep.
fire resistance, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah! Yeah!
So, you take 15 halved to 7 then? Yeah, to 7.
Porcelain takes 15, I think, technically
yeah.
still.
Yeah, everyone takes 7, but Porcelain takes 15 points of fire damage.
So
I'm
it was
officially
30
triggered my temp
original, just to be
HP.
sure, right?
Yeah, well, it was 30 original, yeah.
Okay, good. Fireball.
Thank you, Decorm.
And you kind of see Chody after he's done that, and all of you seem like relatively fine. Oh wait, sorry. I also do need to make a saving throw for Kozin.
The Abashishis?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but she are immune to fire damage.
Why are you doing this to yourself, you baka?
I don't know if Shield of Faith matters, but he does have the Decky bonus and he has resistance to fire, so could be worse.
Oh yeah, Kozin needs to make a
does
saving
work?
throw, yeah.
Does Shield of Faith work on?
No, it's only an
saving
AC. He was just
Okay.
saying he made a con save for himself to see if it was still up.
Okay.
He didn't
Oh,
lose
okay.
concentration.
So Decky bonus makes no. He also does not make that. And so with that would be 15 for him as well. And with that he is down.
Of course.
As the explosion dissipates, you see most of you are looking fine, but Kozim is laying on the ground with the Warhammer next to him.
So what I'm hearing is that if it wasn't for those scales, he would have instantly killed Kozim.
Probably.
Uh,
Because
Probably.
if it's enough to...
likely.
I like how Fluke's already thinking, Teak! And Teak's like, on it.
But, I mean, yeah, it would have instantly killed him because it would have been over half his health because
Yeah.
half damage brought him down. So yeah.
he is basically was just a commoner, so he had 10 HP.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hefe's father is not a fighter.
Decorum did a
Um,
real good
He's
thing.
a fodder, not a fighter.
His father.
His father.
Yeah. I-
Hishvaja.
And
It's dark.
Jody does not see a good way of moving away from here, so he is gonna remain standing where he is, and it's Fluke's turn.
Okay, Not in a good vantage point. Couple of things I can do. Yeah, I think the best first thing to do is just go with the people who can hack the most. So I will cast Bless on myself, Porcelain, and Ezra. They all technically have 3 or more attacks in some way or another.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know, I have sneak attack. That's my action. You know, here's a question. Oof. Oof. I've got a bonus. Well, Is it an action to drag? Can I drag him away? Can I do anything with that?
That would be your action, yep.
But
Yeah, I
that
don't
strength's
Yeah, I don't have a good strength, but I do have bonus action dash. So I was like, if I could just move him a little bit. I don't think I have anything for my bonus action at this time. And nowhere to really hide, no need to dash. Yeah, I don't think I have any.
Also, because all of you are blessed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a good... I'll use this for bless. So,
Okay, that works.
It looks like a person who's been blessed.
Yeah, and I think Fluke's pretty. I think Fluke's pretty happy where he is right now. So, yeah, I think that'll be in turn.
okay. And then, Galrok, your turn.
What you gonna do, Galrok?
Realizing that lots of magic's being cast right now, I'm gonna do a reasonable wizard thing and try to blink out of existence.
That's not wrong.
That's fair.
Throws out the peace sign and says deuces and disappears.
I'm not even gonna move, so I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
No vanish this turn.
You see
You wanna
Galrok
move?
casting some
jab
very
hands.
complicated spell, but seemingly nothing happens after he finishes it.
He looks very upset that you can still all see him.
Were you trying to disappear?
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
It happens at
And
the
it's
end of
Teak's
the
turn.
So
Okay, so I'm gonna use my movement to get over here, which I should be able to. It's 25 feet. Can I now use a cure wounds on Hephe Daddy?
I'd say yes from there. You
Thank you.
just like reach out and touch him.
Thank you,
Reach
Mr.
out,
DM. You are
touch
very
me.
merciful. So I just use it. I slap Band-Aid on him.
Nice.
That's more than all his health, so that definitely brings back up.
And I say to him,
Get the fuck up!
Mr. Mister, maybe you should run? This doesn't seem like the place for you.
and then I turn. Nope, can't do both those things.
Still on the ground, so you could still fire your cannon at that ambush in front of him, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I wanted to do something different, but I want to use my bonus action to use Flanagan
Okay.
again. So,
At the Abashi again?
yeah.
Or wait, last time you... No, never mind.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, at the Abashi that's
Clear.
in front of Hephe Daddy.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not good with names.
23 definitely hits.
All right. 8. Four stack.
8 points of... It is still up. It gets pushed again. It would have taken its thing, so it's gonna make another saving throw to see if it can remain up this time. Same for Chody. Both make it this time.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Then Ezra.
Okay, so first question I'm gonna, first things first is, I'm gonna have, what's his name? Lord Chonkas is going to go and fly over to, Daddy Hephe, and land on his butt and kind of like use his bright wings and kind of like shine him on and off, could turn the glowing on and off to distract thing, kind of giving a help action if he chooses to try to do dodge or run away or anything.
I assume, but
You're
say again?
underestimating how much he is panicking.
I hope he. Oh, okay, that's fair. I hope he.
I mean,
escapes.
he just got smacked to God and then dragged back. So
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping he runs away in some form or manner.
Let's
So
make,
basically, Chonker is trying to distract, use the help action for it.
Yeah, make a performance check for Chonkers.
Performance. Oh no.
They say, yeah, because he's just gonna run, but maybe the Abashi will attack Chonkers instead of him. With
That
attack of
is
opportunity.
perfectly okay then. Okay. I'm a
Nine.
9.
With a 9, Chonkers is doing his best, but the Abashi is more interested in Fluke still than anyone else.
Huzzah. So long as it's not attacking Dad Faye, whatever. Asri is going to strike again at the one in the wall, because she wants to test a theory. So longsword.
Huh.
It's a ball?
Also D&D. Thank you.
This one. So, sorry, Lord Chonkers isn't attacking. I'm assuming a 23 hits though.
But you're attacking the wall now, or the creature
The
at the
one
wall?
that's here. The creature that's
Okay.
I was just identifying that I'm not attacking Chody.
Okay, sorry. Then I, for some reason, thought you were just stabbing the wall at this point. 23
No.
definitely hits.
Okay. Okay, I will. So 14. Okay, sorry for the double click.
Yeah, 14. So
And
Okay.
then hold on,
he's
if
starting
I
to
may.
go rough.
And then she's going to go and try to punch the back of Chody's head with an unarmed strike. And
Okay.
she's pretty sure she knows what's about to happen. Oh god, a 12 I'm assuming doesn't even hit.
With a 12, you try, but it still keeps like in a position in between the two of you that you can't get to him right.
Hashtag
And
bless.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I mean,
will-
it's not gonna make a difference.
Okay, I
Ah.
wasn't sure if it was
16.
17 or 18 or what now.
Alrighty. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and try to strike a couple more times using a flurry of blows.
Okay.
1 and 2.
Aimed at.
Oh, these are both at Chody.
Okay, both miss.
On the 19, I'm going to use that bless to see if.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, you can try blast for both of them. So first, okay.
Yeah,
then
you're thinking of the
turns into a
envolving
hit.
bomb that only works for one.
My apologies. So we've got a
With that, both
22
of
and
them
a
hit.
20.
His AC is 20.
Fantastic. Hey.
And
you.
at
Roll.
the first one, the creature again is gonna jump in front of it, but you would take like a sudden movement and then get like past him and give a good punch to Chody. So the
Gotcha.
first one hits him. Roll damage for his second one that hits Chody.
Can I, if it will? I'm afraid to, okay, I was saying, I'm afraid to click it again. And then the Chody one gets an extra d6 because of the hex.
Yeah.
And then since he's engaged with Decorm, I believe here, do I get to add a sneak attack to that?
I think you do.
Cool.
knock his lights out.
Yep, and then I'm going to spend another key point to death strike his ass. Oh, it's with my Kinghts. I have to hit him with my sword. Never mind. I have to. Oh, then in that case, I am gonna stunning strike instead.
Okay.
My apologies. Which I believe is Constitution save. Where's some? How do I not have stunning strike in? There you are.
What's your DC?
It is not high. It is a 14.
Okay, he rolled 17.
Yep, I figured. But yeah, that's going to end her turn.
Okay then. Then it's Hephe that is turn, and he is just gonna run for it.
Good,
To the door. So there, and
Chonkers will
The
stay with
thing
him.
is gonna make a opportunity attack.
At least he still has Shield of Faith.
I'm gonna say above a 9 or under a 9, and he attacks Chonkers.
Okay.
Yep.
Ah.
He's
So
gonna
close.
attack him. How much of a bonus does Shield of Faith give? 2.
2.
Okay. Yeah, no, that still hits them.
Please low damage, please under 10, please. Min 1 damage.
Shoot. And as he kind of like rips at his side and pulls, Chonkers kind of makes like this cat pounce on the claw to pull so it gets off, as it were, and he just barely manages to get on as he took 7 points of damage.
Yes!
While he runs by, I say, "The lizard is friendly."
Not sure if he's hurt you, but you've yelled it. And he is
Didn't
gonna use
yell.
his action to make dash.
Makes sense.
Chonker stays on his hindquarters.
That was okay, so 10 feet left. That's where he is at. As it is now the Abish's turn. 2 of them. One of them is actually fine with this position. So he's just gonna attack Decorm.
Decorm just let's bring it on with my 22
First one is
AC.
a 6. The second one is a... I have to look at the bonus again. 25.
That second
Isn't
one
that-
might just hit.
That doesn't happen a lot with Decorm, okay?
Did you just
take
touch me?
Paladin.
6 points of slashing damage. And... yeah, it doesn't seem to like any poor Decorm.
Bitch, your 10 HP isn't even gone yet. We don't believe you.
The other one is gonna attack Asri twice.
Let's go.
That's also a 25 and a 24. Okay, roll
Yeah,
well.
both of those hit.
You're a Decorm. You get hit.
I
So for
just
the
surprised.
first attack, you take 6 points of damage, and the second one 5.
So 11 total.
As he now notices you actually hitting Chody, it just starts slashing at you.
It mad. It
Yes.
mad.
And the last one is dead, so it is Porcelain's turn.
Weird from this angle, they look like
Guys,
Jar Jar
I'm sorry.
Binks.
I swear.
I don't see it, and I'm glad I don't. How dare you try to ruin
I'm
this
trying
for
to
me?
see it, but I can't.
How dare you?
Darth Jar Jar Binks,
Puff
maybe.
look like the eye stalks.
Darth
side
Jar
fins look
Jar.
like the ears.
Misa gonna die now.
Almost
I
stab.
would die for you.
And almost stab.
Gungans.
And almost stab.
For the first one, roll bless.
Roll bless. Hashtag bless. That's a D4.
Lucifer.
1.
The first one, it manages to dodge, and the second one, you hit, and as you notice it step back, you just step in with your offhand and also hit. Roll damage for those two. And I think with those 2 hits, the first time it stabs, it takes a step back, it seems very wounded, and you take its opportunity and just jab your offhand. Short sword is it, I think? And just stab it right through its throat as it's dead.
Both falls to the floor in front of Chody, I do say to him, you know, I did argue the talk. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, it's Decorm's turn.
This evil guy deserves no words.
I want this man to grovel. So that's what I'm gonna say to him as I cast command.
Okay.
Which is probably not gonna work, but I hope it does.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool.
What does grovel?
He...
Go prone, I think.
Yeah.
Grovel, the target falls prone, ends its turn. Okay. Yeah. What's your DC?
14.
14.
We do not have high DCs.
Yeah.
It's exactly a 14, I'm sorry.
Ah. Anybody got anything to lower? Anybody in Bard?
Anyone got Bane?
Ezra, you're secretly 1 level in Bard, yes?
No.
My other sword had Bane, but it's all used up and Porcelain's holding it.
Do I have
Why
some-
should she be Bard?
Who has that beeping in their background?
I don't
do.
hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
Me
Down
neither.
here.
Just every once in a while I hear
beeping?
beep beep.
That's TeamSpeak's way of telling you that you're muted, I think.
Not.
Oh, interesting.
Because I get that, I get some beeping at me too when I'm muted for long periods of time.
Is that your turn, Decorm?
I do have... Well, if he ain't gonna grovel, I'm gonna smack his ass, so I'm gonna activate the X. As a bonus.
Okay.
action.
Can you... I'm not
What?
exactly sure anymore what the X exactly does
It
when it's
is-
activated.
It's
Somewhere in our...
Conversation, yeah.
But basically, I have to use the attack action, but then I can use my bonus action to make an extra.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. But as long as they're enemies, you have to attack the enemies.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's his turn. I'm gonna remove these now, so just so it's clear that you can like move there.
Fair. I mean, I assume we can walk on their corpses, but yeah.
Yeah, but it does fill up like a lot when all these things are there. So
You're not
Wait.
wrong.
I'm gonna look at Jody's character sheet, but I already know what he's going to do.
Well, buddies disappear when they die down here anyway, right? Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
we
that's
got
true.
lucky.
Oh
We
yeah.
were able
Yeah.
to get Hefe's dad up.
As he again this time makes a little bit more movement about his thing, and as he releases the spark this time, you see him make this odd like shape with his hands, and it almost seems unnatural for a moment as he casts Wall of Fire.
Ooh.
Oh.
And let's see, he has 60 feet long.
I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything, Jody. Please don't
Does-
hit me. Please don't hit me, Jody. I haven't done anything.
Does Galrok have like counter spell or dispel magic?
Does he have counterspell? That's a good question.
I do, but I'm out of 3rd level spells, and do I really want to burn my 4th level spell slot for counterspell?
That's your question.
Fair.
That is your
No,
prerogative.
no, I don't.
Okay then. There's gonna be fire.
So, with the thing, I think he can make it in. Yeah, he can just decide its shape, as it were, right?
I think as long as it's
Well-
connected.
Yeah, it needs to be connected, but.
You're the DM.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55,
Oh lordy.
60. So in this case he would hit you with it as well,
Okay.
Ezra.
I'm gonna use
Oh.
an absorb elements on the 2nd level to absorb some of the damage as a reaction.
Interesting. So does it go?
Uh,
Does it jump up to the ceiling, or does he
It's,
hitting
it's
himself?
20 feet high, so he just hits himself.
Okay,
with
that,
the
yeah,
fu-
that was my.
With the first fireball as well, he just hit himself with it.
He's immune, I'm
Gotcha.
assuming, so.
Yeah, that's at
This
this
is
point we have to
another-
assume.
This is another evasion thing, right?
This is not nice, Mr. Chody. I haven't done anything to you. Put it out there.
You already have resistance to it. Well, you can still use it for the extra damage, but you do already have resistance.
Oh, then I won't. Thank you.
Okay. And everyone roll dexterity saving throws.
For those who have it, don't forget about your bless. I'll roll it. I don't think I have to.
Swear
Ooh,
That's
to
how much again?
God. He said it's blessed
Oh.
plus 4.
It's for the people who
Well,
have
two,
it.
you gotta
I'm
roll
not
them
one of
for.
those.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those. Never mind.
You
So
do
I got
also have. Oh,
14.
Yeah.
well,
Okay,
you
but-
also have the
Decky bonus built in?
for Decky.
How much is the decky bonus?
3.
17,
yeah.
so.
The...
As we got a 17 total.
Nope.
My question
gonna
is
use
how.
an,
I'm not gonna waste my last flash of genius on this.
That's
Okay,
probably a good
so
idea.
Luke has a 24, Boston 21, Ezra total 17.
Yeah.
Okay, Galrok 23 or 22. Decorum is 19? Or sorry, 9?
no,
That's-
just a 6. I rolled a natural 1 plus 5. My decky bonus are in my saves because I'm
Okay.
always next to me.
That's fair.
Okay.
As long as you're conscious, you have the decky bonus.
Exactly.
Well, it feels either way, but Teak. Do you have any bonuses you wanna try? Because it becomes an 8 with the decky bonus.
Nope.
Okay, so Decorm and Teak fail. The rest of you pass.
I'm gonna use absorb elements.
You already have resistance.
Yeah, no, absorb elements.
Gives resistance. That because Teak tried to do that just now.
But we do double resistance, right?
No.
Well, we did at the beginning of the campaign, but I did this twice. It's okay if it's changed, but we did at the beginning.
Okay, I'm not sure about that, but if
Well, okay, also at the beginning of
Okay.
the campaign, 10 years ago, you went to college with Teak 60 years ago, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying there's some inconsistency.
I'm just saying, should it be changed or strange that I should think I could do it because I could?
no, it's not strange because I'm fairly sure at least in other campaigns we did it, but I'm not sure if we did it in this one. But yeah, we're not gonna do it for now. Decorm and Teak, you take 8 points of fire damage. The rest takes 4. That's already with resistances.
Wow, that was a really low roll.
It's
Yep.
it's technically less damage than a fireball, but it keeps going every turn if you stay close to it.
Yeah.
Which side of the wall is the damage coming from? I guess the one that we're on. So if we go to the other side of the wall, it doesn't hurt
let
anymore,
me
right?
Look real quick. It's
Yeah, imagine
on
it's
one
the
side
outside.
of the wall is killed. Yeah, so it would be. Oh no, it would be the outside actually. So it would be like here.
So if I were to move up a step, would I be safe from a wall of fire?
Wait, because Wall of Fire is a weird spell.
It is.
Because
It is. It really is.
it would be there, because the things it's in also deal the damage. I'm not sure if that's what it says in the spell, but that's what makes sense to me.
I mean, if you're inside the firewall, it should hurt you. I would agree.
So then that would be double. Okay, that's the. Yeah, that's all technically in the wall here, so that doesn't matter much, but just for visual sake. So in the line itself and on the squares, it deals fire damage.
Makes sense.
And I want to see real quick. Once I've selected, I guess spell this. each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side. So it's even one further.
So yeah, we kind of
So
gotta
it's-
deal with it.
But what if I'm? I'll wait till my turn.
Yeah. Fair.
So if you end your turn within 10 feet on that side of the wall, so there would be another thing of it, you take fire damage. Oh, actually, I'm gonna make in that case I'm gonna make an intelligence check for Chody.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, then he is gonna do it the other way around. Because that would mean that the inside is also flaming.
Wait, what? So he's doing
If
inside
he-
instead of outside?
Because it's 10 feet, yeah, so only this side won't.
One side of a wall selected by you when you cast the spell deals 5d8 damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall.
10 feet is on the other side. That's weird, actually.
That's a weird interaction,
Yeah.
but I see.
Gotta be hard to avoid.
Is that-
regardless of what we do.
What?
Yeah,
So can
it's
certain
just
sections
gonna
of a
be that
wall have different directions?
Basically, it's so that you can put it in front of you and not be burned yourself, as it were. But because he's now doing a weird shape, it overlaps.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you're a DM, whatever you say goes.
I
Literally
get
just-
it.
Yeah.
Because these X's are
Using
the
it
10
in
feet
a-
away from this one.
He's using it in a weird way as well, just because like he wants it to be an oven on the inside of the wall, on both sides, because he doesn't care.
So it's Fluke's turn.
Okay. Do I need to walk around, or can I squeeze by Porcelain and Decky?
You can squeeze through them.
Okay. Thought I probably could because I'm a tiny little bastard, and they're 5 feet, but
It is like a little bit squeezing, but there's like unless you're planning to run like very far. Yeah, because it's
hey.
15.
Well, okay, I'm going to take a booming blade, slash a bit at him, and he is flanked, so I got pack tactics.
Yep.
Yo, and I got blessed, so hopefully I should be able to. Oh my god! Wow.
Nope.
Wow, I don't think bless is helping me out with that one. Unless do I get the +2 for flank? I don't think it actually. No, his AC's 20. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
really
matter, but
doesn't
you
matter.
would get it, but it doesn't matter in this situation.
Well, I guess I'm using my second dagger to offhand cut at this man. No booming blade again. The Abishi's probably gonna take it, but hey.
Abishi is
Better
gonna
than
take
nothing.
It is better than nothing.
Roll your damage.
Yep. And
Whoa.
And with that, this Abishi as well gets killed trying to save Jody.
the nice thing is I can now use my 20 feet of remaining movement back the frick up, because I don't have to hit him for the fancy footwork to activate. Now there's
But
room for
you
everyone
would
else
move
to kill
15
him.
feet.
Okay, so it would be... Okay, fine. I thought it was 10, but I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I'll make
Like,
that
you
dex
were
save.
here, right?
Yeah. It was kind of in a weird square, but yeah. I'm good with that spot. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm Rogue Boy. I'm not too worried about a dex save. Well, I might be eating my words, but we'll see. I can also uncanny dodge it if I have to.
Thing is, you
Let's-
just take it. There's no save on the...
Oh, there's no save?
On the end of the turn,
Right.
there's no save.
Oh.
Deals
Oh.
5 to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. Without
Okay,
a
No
so
save.
what is
save.
the...
So you take already half 9 points of fire damage
Okay.
because Decorm scales.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. That's me
And
then.
we get to Galrok's turn.
Okay, are these stone stairs?
Yep.
If I go here, I'm not on fire.
You're not on fire.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at the 2nd level.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll this 4 times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Break that concentration.
So
Total of 13.
4 con saves. Yeah, 13 damage total, but it's 4 separate con saves.
Correct.
4 separate con saves at 10.
And let's see.
Just
what's
need to roll bad ones.
Galrok being
okay.
the wizard.
That's a pass. That's a pass. That's a pass. That's all passes.
Dang.
He has a pretty decent bonus on the Constitution.
That's fine.
He
So
is
it
a
takes 13
centaur.
points of force damage. Does it look like he takes
Yep.
force damage okay?
He does take the full force damage.
Okay, and I'm going to blink.
Okay.
See how that works?
Son of a bitch!
No, you don't.
Aw.
You see like a small flicker of Galrok, but then he's still just there.
And my turn.
As we get to Teak's turn.
Teak. Teak is gonna move backwards.
Smart.
To get out of the fire.
That's
I
fair.
reckon she'll walk up to, I think over here. Am I far away from the fire now, not to get hit by it?
Yeah, the squares is where you get hit. The
Okay.
X's.
Okay. Earlier, you talked about Decorum landing a heavy blow on the stairs, and a big chunk of it breaking off, right?
Yeah.
Teak is gonna fish inside one of her pockets and take out like a big rubber hand
Oh,
and like
Oh, yeah.
honk, put
Nice.
it on the stone, and then just whip it towards
Jody?
Jody. Thank you.
Decorm, because fuck him.
At 2nd level, so that's it's a deck save, and if you make it,
Well, he is not very dexterous.
Yay.
I reckoned.
That's 16 on the dice. So yeah, so he does make it.
Ooh.
Ocker. Okay, Flanagan is gonna shoot as well.
Okay.
Gonna shoot his ass.
So did he only have 3 Abashi, or is another gonna pop out? That's the question as we was trying to answer earlier. But now fire.
I think they're all dead, so I don't think so.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
hits.
Yep.
Yep, just
And
matches.
no other Apache appear.
That's
So it's 9.
14 damage.
As
Roll
he
that
gets...
content.
Wait, why is the unicorn? Oh, that's also a roll. I just thought that was just 1 damage because you kept rolling so bad.
Yeah. To be honest, I thought the same.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was a little loud.
That was funny.
And
That's fine.
again, do the
it's
same thing as he gets knocked into the wall. And actually, this time you blast him, and he gets like knocked against the wall, and he falls over for a moment and needs the moment to get back up.
Oh, Ezra's smiling.
As we are at her turn,
Okay.
unless Teak wants more to do.
Bonus action, movement, action. Nope, that's it.
Okay.
So Chody, you said he's still standing, and no new Abashi appeared on that attack?
No new Abashi appeared, and Jody fell on the ground.
Gotcha. So he's prone, and she's got a long sword. Stabba.
That works.
Is it with advantage?
Yeah.
It's with advantage.
Just want to make sure, my mate.
Yeah, that's fair. That hits. Just roll your attacks first, and then roll the damage.
Okay. We're gonna unarmed strike, and then we're gonna do our bonus action unarmed strike.
Damn.
And I think that will throw one more key point for flurry of blows and another unarmed strike.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
Those all hit.
Fuck him up.
Alrighty. Boop. Boop.
9. It's plus a hex as well every time.
Yep, I will roll hexes next.
God.
Is it every time or just once per turn with Hex?
Every
Oh,
time I
shit.
hit with. Every time I
Wow.
hit.
Yeah.
That's why I love hex. I believe one of the first initial one gets the sneak attack damage because of Decorm still.
Yep.
Flub,
So-
your multi-classing game is on point.
So that's the sneak attack damage. And then I get 4 more d6 because of hex, and these are all radiant damage.
What?
So 1, 2, 3,
Just watching him,
4.
Well, the Hex
watching
was
her
a
beat
feat.
so let
this
me-
man to death.
Just real quick, because the 1, 2, 3. So the natural 20 deals a total of
Because that natural
19
20 is
points of
the.
damage. Because that's a
Yeah.
3 on the sneak attack, right?
The sneak attack was the first one, so that would
Yeah,
be
but
at the 2.
sorry, with the hexes, that would be the 3 for the unarmed strike.
Yeah, you get
Oh, yeah,
the-
one more hex.
So
Third one, yep, I see
all
what
of them
you
are still DC 10, is what I'm trying to figure out.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
You can calculate your total damage while I roll concentration checks for Jody.
9, 12,
It's a natural 1 on his first roll,
17.
so that's good.
18, 19, 27, 27 plus 16, whatever that is.
Dear DM,
27, 16, 8.
43.
27, 16, 8.
you said that.
43 plus 8 is going to be 51, so 51 points of damage.
Wow.
51 points of damage. Jody is just barely still hanging on.
DM.
Can I pour on that, the sword a death strike with one more and do one more d6?
Sure. What were you gonna ask, Teak?
Did you think of the concentration check for Flanagan's attack as well?
Oh, I didn't.
Well,
but he
it's
already
already down,
failed
but-
net once the thing.
Alright.
And,
and then
do feel like thematically it fits with the
the barrage.
Ezra just hamming, going ham on him.
Definitely.
This is your nat 20 moment, Ezra. Aw.
yeah,
Ah,
it wasn't.
So
it was
close.
a 1, right?
he is still alive.
Okay. I guess that ends my. This area is no longer heated, correct?
It is. It's no longer heated. Yeah.
Cool.
It's the spell faded.
Asby's gonna jump over here.
Okay.
Then yeah, that's
It's
it.
your turn. Okay.
Yep.
Kozim is gonna run but not sprint anymore. Like Abashi are dead. Porcelain, your turn.
End it, porcelain.
Why am I the one to end this?
You don't.
I
You
mean,
can
you-
always skip your turn, try to reason with us, and let Decky end it.
Decorm does not look like he can be reasoned with right now.
I can. I
Not
can.
wrong.
You literally can't.
She can try. She can try.
She can
You
try.
can try.
She can let Decorm be the one finish this.
Let's put it this way: if you knock him down unconscious, you prevent him from being killed outright.
Yeah, that's true. Can I try to knock him the fuck out?
You can.
Yeah, it's called non-lethal.
Alright, is that just a general strength for...
No, it's just roll damage.
It's just
but
an
it's
attack
non-lethal.
roll, but it's not lethal damage.
Yeah.
You're
Just-
trying
you
to
just
hit him
gotta
at
announce
places
it.
Like
where
you're
you
going,
won't bleed
you're
to
going
death
for the
as well.
legs. You're sweeping the leg.
Dramatically finishing off with a pummel to the face.
Actually,
Go on.
yeah, I was thinking, can I just smash his face in with the butt of my sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it bludgeoning instead of
Roll
piercing.
Sounds like a roll attack.
Would I roll attack with my rapier?
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah, it's thematics.
25.
It hits.
And he's still prone, so he's technically with advantage.
14.
Yeah.
I'll do it just in case of a nat 20. Come
Well,
back
I
to
mean-
your sheet.
I think he's out. I hope he's out.
Yeah.
Exactly. You did max damage.
But
Let's put it this way.
schematics.
I was so
Oops.
close with a D6.
Yeah, 25 is gonna be it.
With the 14, how do you want to do this?
I'm going to look him in the eyes and I'm going to say, "You don't deserve this," as I smash his face in for him to be knocked out.
Okay. And as he falls on the ground unconscious, Decorm make a wisdom saving throw.
Is that why he literally couldn't be reasoned with?
Yeah, it's the axe. He's
I-
just an enemy.
But the axe has been
It's not-
fixed.
It's not linger. Well,
The axe
You
no longer
used
used
the
to
bonus
attack
action.
anyone.
I thought
You went berserk.
I thought I removed the curse.
Yeah,
You
the
remove it
curse,
where he would
not
attack his
berserk.
friends.
Oh.
oh.
So does the curse consider this enough? Let us see. Might have to knock it out.
Can Decorm
Oh!
resist the curse?
Oh wow.
Okay, you see Decorm like step up and raise his axe, and then he sees the at this point no more a danger, and he kind of like calms down again.
Bethel, I'm gonna be really mad if I bash him.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
take his shit
Oh,
already.
sorry. Yeah, if you wanted to, you can just, of course.
yes, because I want some fucking answers, and I know that I won't if he can't tell me them.
Then I will.
I consent to you torturing him. I don't know if anyone else does.
I absolutely consent to it.
I don't want to torture him. I just want to kill him.
With that,
I understand that.
I suggest we end the session here.
I
Yep.
agree.
Oh boy, that was
Sounds good
intense,
to me.
guys.